What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Yeah, so I'm not even gonna play with y'all. Hopefully people in here. Let me see. Oh, I can see the comments. I didn't even know. I never went live on my computer. Let me be honest with y'all. I'm not on camera because I still have not taken down my hair. I have not taken down my hair. Like, this is so ghetto. But it is what it is. Let me know if y'all can hear me below. Let me see. Cause hey everyone, hey everybody. Let me make sure I can hear you. Okay, yeah, I can. Okay. India, I'm telling you, I'm having that same issue with YouTube. But luckily I be on YouTube all day long, just refreshing, refreshing. But yeah, I always have that same issue. Yeah, Brittany, they still look good, but I ain't coming on screen. So, y'all, while I was getting ready for the live, Clarence literally posted another video. So I told a few of you I was just going to talk about like just random things on this live. So it was going to be about, the bonnets. It was going to be about Olivia, but baby, we going to skip all that. Like we have to talk about this mess of a Clarence and Queen and all this. Like we have to talk about it. We have to really talk about it. So, for those of you who don't know, who live under a rock, a lot of y'all don't really even follow the Queen issues and everything. Last Friday or last Thursday was baby CJ's or little CJ's graduation, and that kicked off this whole drama downhill spiral of events. Um, exactly, India. That's exactly how I feel. Clout. So at first, when we look at the whole grand scheme of everything, we see that you have a hurt aunt and grandma, and then you have a hurt father who did not get to go to CJ's graduation. Now, I'm gonna be honest, like personally speaking, I feel where they're coming from as far as them wanting to be there for CJ at his graduation. So I'm gonna show y'all some stuff just so the people like Ash who said that she's kind of lost on the situation. So let me share my screen with y'all real quick. Okay, so on Thursday, like we said, there was baby CJ's graduation. After the graduation, we're on the Shade Room Teens little Instagram, as y'all can tell. There was someone that wrote Chris and was like, so you ain't going to CJ, so you ain't go to CJ's graduation. Chris instantly said, didn't get an invitation and also didn't even know he was graduating today. That's messed up. So let me make sure y'all can see my screen good. Okay, y'all can. Okay, so if y'all see, Queen Nija's right here on the side, and she basically just was like, "Here we go again." Chris can't even leave Houston. Um, Everybody already knows that. We've already went down that rabbit hole, and we don't even have an easygoing, cordial co-parent relationship. After she's already tried to have one, so she feels as if why should she even invite him? Knowing he can't even attend. And then she also said that her 2-year-old was sick, and so she didn't really think of no one else. She was just trying to get through the 20-minute kindergarten graduation. So after Chris said his little piece of he didn't get an invite, you have um you have Tina, who also said that she did not get invited either. So she went to her story on Instagram and was like, I wasn't aware. No one let me know that my baby graduated. To find out on social media. She had to find out on social media, but TT is proud and crying tears of joy. Y'all, like Queen Naija was not here for it. She was going off. Like, she was basically saying that people was just gonna have to get a show, like she's tired of holding back, and that basically she didn't invite them because she felt like she didn't need to. So I'll show her her post. So she was like, she's like, I'm tired of this stuff. I'm about to start popping off every single time. I don't got the time or patience today. You know, she had to plug her song, which I thought was smart. And she's like, I don't want to hear nobody saying, Queen, stop explaining yourself because I'm not remaining silent anymore. Let's normalize public figures being able to defend themselves. So, of course, here comes, in my opinion, what the problem was. Look at your boy here. Look at your boy. He can't ever mind his business. Here go Clarence. Clarence instantly gets Twitter fingers and he starts talking. So Clarence is like, you can't call somebody a being hoe and continuously do disrespectful stuff and expect them to get a and expect to get a call saying your son or nephew. So we knew who he was talking about. Graduation is tomorrow, and that's not how life works. And instead of making it about yourselves, which I always do, y'all should be happy. He has a mom that cares about his education and has got him to this point because none of y'all are willing to put yourselves aside to make sure he's straight, and it shows. And then he went on to say some other stuff. But the last liner that killed me was when he was like, I would never trip myself out of position where some other N word is raising my son. Don't let that go over your head. Y'all, y'all, y'all. So this gets us to this point. We were literally watching just two people who happen to love a boy say that they didn't get a graduation invite. And here goes Clarence inserting himself where he does not belong. And I say that he inserted himself, and y'all comment below, let me know who inserted themselves. Queen had already said, based off the receipts I just showed y'all, Queen already said she was about to clap back, right? She already was TTG. She was trying to go. She was ready. No one even said anything sideways, in my opinion. But here goes Clarence. Clarence had to reiterate that people call Queen out her name. Clarence had to do X, Y, and Z. And also, Queen also basically made it about that as well. Like, because she doesn't have a good relationship with Chris, he is not allowed a chance with their son. And in my opinion, I feel like that's wrong. Should he respect the mother of his child? Yes, Chris needs to respect Queen at all times. However, that has nothing to do with CJ's graduation. So, in my opinion, Queen kind of showed her slip. Like, oh, since you want to be disrespectful to me, why do you deserve to come? You deserve to come because you're his father. Whether he could leave the state of Texas or not, that's on him. But you at least should have given him the chance to know about what was going on with his son. But I feel like Queen said all that because you see what quickly followed. Clarence had to go ahead and really boast it up. But he didn't boast it up as like, I see y'all in the comments saying like he's acting like a husband. In my opinion, he's not even acting like a husband because any mature adult, especially a mature man who is also a father, would understand the importance of co-parenting and making sure that even when it's getting tough and it's getting hard, that the child is always put first, which is, hey, we don't like you right now. You mad disrespectful, but we'll have a bodyguard FaceTime you. We'll send you the invite. What you choose to do with this information is on you. Like, I just feel like they should have put the ball in his court and let Chris act accordingly. So if Chris is going to be disrespectful, a negligent parent, whatever they choose to call him, they should be able to sleep at night knowing, hey, I at least invited you. You the one who acted up. But to at least, but to like not grant him that access and tell him what he did was wrong and that's why he didn't get an invite, I see why Chris was mad. I see why he was hurt. I'm just reading it. Reading the comments. Claire is a whole Claire is a whole girl. I can't stand him. And Chris did show Queen respect. Claire constantly disrespects Chris, and it ain't cool. I definitely agree, Aaron. India said, at least recorded it for him. Exactly. At least would have recorded it for him. She knew people was gonna have questions. I absolutely agree. She knew people was gonna have questions about that. And she knew that he was going to say something. However, I am proud of Chris because all he did was say that and he was done with the issue. So, why is it still going on, y'all? Why are we at June 3rd and they still arguing? Tina got a part 7 coming, and Clarence is still uploading every day about the situation. So, like, I got the question on the bottom: who's to blame about the current Queen drama? Yes, she needs to put him in his place. Yes, Lee, she did cut his hair without Chris knowing, and I feel like their relationship, Chris and Queen's relationship outside of CJ is already rocky because we know it was some domestic violence going on. We know it was like a rocky marriage. We know all of that. So I feel like they have things that they need to work out. However, Clarence is not making it easy because he is always quick to add his commentary where it doesn't belong. So, this is where we gonna go on to what's going on right now. So we know that everybody was clapping back on Twitter about the situation with the graduation. Well, Tina did go ahead and make a reaction video where she was basically holding Queen and Clarence accountable for why they are at this point. More so Clarence. She was basically saying, like, Clarence, you know what you're doing. Like, you know that my sister doesn't even talk to my mom and how it hurts her feelings, etc., etc., etc. Well, here goes messy little Clarence, who decides to do a reaction to it. And he does have a reaction channel. So it's kind of, if y'all already know the history of Clarence, y'all know he was going to do a reaction video, just like he did a messy reaction video when Queen gave her mom that car. I'm reading the comments. So was the mom feeding Tina things to say on camera? We'll get to that point, Krisha, because no one has really confirmed that. The narrative that happened with the whole feeding someone information, all that stuff came from Sunny TV. She basically went to her I'll post it here. I'll show y'all. Let me find the post. She went to her community tab and basically like repented. But she did that because Tina made a video reacting to not being invited to the graduation. Clarence then made a video reacting to Tina's reaction, which then caused what we have now, which is the 7-part series and more coming that Tina is doing. So when Tina did the first reaction video, in Clarence's response, he said, y'all sitting over there with a T channel in y'all home, and basically was alluding to the fact that the drama started because they have a T channel in their home. Well, hey to everyone that's joining in. Well, a lot of people missed it, but Sunny did make a video clapping back at Clarence, like, Clarence, don't drag me into this. I am only at Mama Love's house because I'm on a spiritual journey. So that quickly got dismissed. And she also threw another YouTuber under the bus called Tamika Shamika TV, where she was like, y'all went out to eat with her and no one called y'all messy. And she's a T channel, you know, that whole rodeo. So that's kind of how the whole this is starting because of reactions and feeding things to say on TV. Y'all, this is like, y'all hear how stupid this is? It's really sad. Like, I'm reading our comments. It's really about family. And this has gotten way too far. And here we are going down a deep end. Nicole said, Mama Mama Reva says she's releasing something tonight. Sunny says she's also releasing the video she made. How did Sunny say that, Nicole, when she don't have a YouTube? She got another YouTube? Hold on, I was trying to share this one. Krisha said, Sunny really be playing in YouTube's face. Well, let me show y'all what she said on her community tab because it quickly disappeared. She deleted her page, but the Shade Room always got it. So I'll show y'all what she said. So Sunny basically was like, she helped Tina articulate her points to make the videos. She told Tina to stop yelling at the camera to make her point, but her mother was next to us telling Tina what to say. So basically, Sunny was a part of the production as far as helping Tina stay calm and articulate what Mama Love was supposedly feeding her to say. So Mama Love was basically like, say this, and Sonny was like, it sounds better saying it like this, and make sure you sound calm. She also went on to say, they swear and curse that girl's name all day long. I left out the house like Tina was leaving Ike. And oh, look at Quando ugly self. Look at that. Mm-mm. She also was saying like, you can see me in Tina's glasses coaching her, not what to say, but only how to say it. She said that she gave Tina the idea to make all these parts. So that's how we are at part 7. Sonny's the one that told her to do all of this. Right, Misha. She is a disappearing act. Nicole also said, oh no, Anisha said it first. Has Ayanla got back with her yet? Cause she need a third party, but someone who is not involved to talk some sense into everybody. So Anisha, this is the gag. Ayanla Fix My Life show is canceled. There is no more Ayanla Fix My Life. So if Ayanla helps them, it's not gonna be anything that's gonna be on TV unless the YouTubers bring it to YouTube and do a whole production like that. But Tina spilled the beans in the last video and said that Ayanla reached out to them, and we can watch the video together because we was gonna react together to Clarence reacting to Tina. But Tina said in her video yesterday that Ayanla reached back out to them, and Lee is the one that kept it a secret. So we can watch that reaction just to bring that up to speed. Yeah, we can watch part 6 because I think 7 isn't out yet. So let me pull it up, y'all, so we can watch it together and then we can watch Clarence. Because, in my opinion, before we get started, I will just say I feel as if Clarence is the one to blame because we have a lot of quiet people right now. We only have Clarence and we only have Tina talking. Tina, nor Mama Love, nor Clint, like none of them have really addressed the accusations that Sunny posted. A lot of T channels have addressed it, but nobody really involved has. But Queen, she was Twitter fingers and now she's quiet. And then we have Mama Love who's quiet, which I feel as if out of respect for Mama Love, everyone should shut up. But the only two people that is talking is Clarence and Tina. And Tina made it clear from part 1 of her videos that she is in it for the money. That's why she separated all the stuff. That is the reason why she's talking about it. And then y'all know she posted today that in 3 days of June, she has already made 14 bands off of this drama. And then y'all know Clarence, he ain't got nothing else to do, so he's gonna react to it too. So a very serious issue that started with CJ is now turned into a whole production of who's gonna get the bigger bag. Yes, everybody make sure y'all please like on y'all way in and subscribe if y'all haven't. Okay, Nicole is in the comments. If y'all have not seen it, she is spilling the tea. She said, this reminds me of the book when Queen said they all talked about doing the reaction videos back to back. They are making money. They sure are. They're making a lot of money. The family drama may not have started with him, but he isn't helping anything. Exactly, he's not. And the thing about Clarence, when what really triggered Tina to make these parts of the series that people don't realize is he literally said in his first video where he reacted to Tina talking, he was like, okay, so say I wanted to go to the graduation. He gave them a book of things that they needed to know. So he was basically saying that they weren't qualified to go to the graduation. He was like, what school does CJ go to? What's his friend's name? What's his teacher's name? What does his backpack look like? And that is straight up narcissism and gaslighting at its finest. You are not the parent, Clarence. And let's be very clear, you wouldn't know all these things if you didn't live in the house. But how dare you ask a auntie and a grandma, because I'm leaving Chris out of it because Chris has not said anything besides he was not invited. But Clarence loves to keep gagging his name. Like Clarence always got to put Chris' name in his mouth. So I'm purposely leaving Chris out if you guys did not notice. But how dare you ask Tina, a auntie, to be able to know what school CJ goes to and what his backpack looks like and what's the teacher's name to somehow justify not in, sorry, excuse me, not inviting him. Like, where does that even equal up to a good enough reason to say you don't deserve to be there because you don't know these things? Y'all comment below. Like, I have two children. My children's grandparents, aunties, they are very active in their life. However, I can almost guarantee you my sisters would not know what school my children go to. Like, they don't know, and they don't know what their backpacks look like. So it's just a little too much. Like, Clarence really thought he was getting off in that video, and I think that's the reason why Tina was like, no more. And I wholeheartedly believe she was going to do a reaction video whether Sonny was there to help articulate the information or not. But they want to run with this narrative that Mama Love was feeding her information to say, as if Tina was saying stuff that was disrespectful to Queen when she really wasn't. Now, I could be wrong. Let me know if y'all thought that Tina was being disrespectful to her sister, because in my eyes, I only seen that she was holding Clarence responsible. Like, okay, dude, you think you the boss? Come on, let's go at it. It's only them two going at it. She is only, mentioning Queen because she wants them to see like this is all because of you. Nicole said, Clarence and Tina are both money hungry. I wouldn't be surprised if they are texting each other now. I got the same vibes, Nicole. I got the same vibes. Like, y'all are in this together. Because now, if y'all look at how stupid this screen looks, let me show y'all how stupid this screen looks. Now, Clarence is responding to Tina and showing, so it's literally just like little boxes, and each person is literally just reappearing to talk about the same thing. So they're on the screen 1,000 times. Let me show you what this stupid stuff looks like. And his most recent video was titled Tina finally answered my questions. Like he's some type of boss. Like he has the authority to be talking like this. He is a short man with short man syndrome all the way. Let me show y'all what this idiot screen looks like. Let me pause it so y'all can see. Y'all about to crack up. Like this looks so stupid. Exactly. I see what you just said, Lee. Now, Patty getting into it. Exactly. But that's because he was waiting for Tina to say his name. Like, dude, just stay out of it. Stay out of it. None of y'all have any real issues. Y'all see this? So this is Tina's original video, and that's Clarence reacting to Tina's original video. Then this is Tina reacting to Clarence, which is down here. And now we have Clarence reacting to Tina. If that ain't toxic, if that ain't a hot mess, look at that. Like, y'all got all these little boxes on the screen, and y'all all just going at it. It's just 2 of y'all. So next we gonna see Tina reacting to this, and we gonna have Clarence at the bottom. Yeah, I believe what, Tina said about, Patty was true. So do y'all wanna see the video that came out yesterday, the last video that Tina said, where she basically talked about the Ayanla situation? If not, we can just react to Clarence's most recent videos. Yes, QB. It's a whole mess of toxicity. It's way too much, y'all, like, and that's where now it's really starting to look like any type of validity, any type of serious issue that this once was has now just played a part to the point where it looks so stupid and ridiculous because Tina is saying a lot of stuff about what matters, which was we need to respect Chris because Chris is the father of CJ and CJ loves his father. We do not love Chris. And so when Mama Love was on live crying and praying, y'all know this little abusive man, Clarence, was like, where was all that energy when your daughter was getting beat on? That's what did it for me. Like, no, you did not. Basically, throw someone's abuse as an example and say that the family didn't do enough. If you guys know a lot about domestic violence, a lot of family members feel hopeless in that because it's like you cannot save someone who does not want to be saved technically. There is never enough. Like a lot of people feel like it's never enough. Like they can't do enough. So when Mama Love was on live crying and praying that her children reconcile, Clarence was on Twitter saying, "Where was this energy when your daughter was getting beat on?" He's always coming with the unnecessary information. So the day of the graduation, it was y'all call y'all daughter, y'all call her bees and hoes. Now it's now you want to pray, but you wasn't praying when your daughter was getting beat. Like he has this savior complex, like he is it, and he's not. Like he feels like his opinion or his thought process is what matters, and it's not. Like he does not realize. Well, I think he does realize, but he does not care. This is all a tactic of getting Queen to be further isolated from her support. And that is another form of abuse. A lot of people who are being abused, the first thing that the abuser does is take them away from their support. So all you have is the person that is abusing you and who they feel as if is worthy of being around you. Exactly. How does he know that if the woman was praying or not? He wasn't with her. Exactly. He was not around. Fatima said, I can't believe y'all think Clarence is wrong at all. That little girl needs a reality check. So, Fatima, what do you mean she needs a reality check? So, you feel as if, because we're only thinking about this one isolated issue. Tina said she did not get an invite to her nephew's graduation. She did not say anything more than that before Clarence started having his Twitter fingers. So, how was Tina wrong in this situation? Let us know because if you have some your opinions, everybody's opinions is welcome. But I don't see how Tina is wrong for saying my mom and me wanted to be there. Y'all also have to remember when Queen was out on the road, and when she was even shacking up with Clarence in that basement, y'all know who had CJ. It was Chris and it was Mama Love and Tina. So CJ loves his family. He's keeping up the drama. Exactly. Like him and his family, Anisha. We have his brother, who's the bodyguard. We have Lee, who is the manager, which is Clarence's sister. And then we have him, who is always attached to Queen's hip. Even when he did the first reaction video, He literally said in the first reaction video, he was like, "Yeah, Puffy just came and he got a new Ciroc and we was out there drinking it." And that's why I want y'all to see his last video. The way that he talks and the things that he does, he rubs it in that they are not allowed to be around Queen. They don't do not matter. Yes, Queen left for New York while baby CJ was sick. But really, how hard would it have been to send a text about CJ's graduation? Exactly. Exactly. And that's where I say that, and I don't want to just blame everything on Clarence, but I'm just saying a real man who actually loves his stepson or what he would see as a stepson would know, hey, he would like to see his daddy. Like, dude, I'll text you. I'll send you it on Instagram. I ain't got your number, but bro, here go your son graduation. He graduating on this day. Your choice. I mean, he didn't even have to say a speech. It would have just been here. Here you go. Here goes the information. Saying, speaking hypothetically, if Queen was uncomfortable. But he's not mature enough. Like y'all can like people also say he's just sticking up for Queen. Sticking up for Queen would also require a level of maturity to do so. He's not there yet. He's not there. Cuz what he does is he pops off about things that he was told by Queen regarding her abuse and all that stuff, and he uses it when the right time at the right time to just add extra daggers. So, oh, you call somebody a bee in a hole and you think you gonna come? Nah, that's not mature. That's not what should have happened. Exactly. To be honest, no one knew about Clarence before Queen, and that's facts at all. Trey said, "My dad would never. He told our other parents, I'll invite you to everything concerning our kids, but don't make promises you can't keep." Exactly. Because at the end of the day, it's only about the kids. Sincerely, Latasha said, "To be honest, he shouldn't speak on her family at all out of respect for Queen, and that includes Mod. He calls out Tina, but does the same. But Tina does the same thing, and it's sad. It is." Lee said, "How Queen know Chris post about her? Chris got two other baby mamas." Exactly. But again, none of that would matter. It wouldn't matter. Like, dude, here are your son's stuff. Come if you want to, don't if you don't. Yeah, you can't leave Houston anyway, but give him an option to know what can be done. And then on top of it, she could have at least sent him a picture before it was posted online. And you got little Claire Bear up there smiling like he's the daddy. And it's just painting a narrative that Chris is not doing enough. When y'all know earlier last month in May, Chris was just publicly saying how he wants to see CJ more, and Queen was like, "You get 1 week out of the month. That's enough." Like, which one is it? Which one is it? Yeah, if nothing else, we know Chris loves CJ. He does. Now it needs to be a lot of some parenting going on there because he does do a lot of crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, he does love his son. You can't take that away from him. But CJ also needs to know that that's his dad and that his dad is making an effort. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and play the newest episode of Clarence video to see exactly what he just posted. He just posted something an hour ago. So let's see what he said. I haven't watched it either, so we'll go ahead and watch it together. Hold on. Okay, one second, because I want to address this comment. AK said Queen looks nothing like her family. If y'all seen the episode 7 that Tina posted yesterday, she brought that up. She was like, Clarence and everybody is always trying to paint this narrative that she is jealous of Queen because of the way Queen looks. And it actually hurt my feelings hearing Tina talk about that because could you imagine with the current standard of beauty, what we all see on TV as beauty, could you imagine having a sister like Queen? And anytime that you have a problem, your problem gets pushed to the side because people are basically saying, you're just jealous. You're just jealous. Queen is just pretty and you look like that, and et cetera, et cetera. That is like traumatizing. And I was watching some videos today before I went live because I wanted to make sure that I had the whole timeline right. I watched the video where exactly AK. She's cute, but like she ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not about the looks. But I was watching the video where Mama Love was outside the apartment when and she gave Queen the food and Mama Love was on camera with Queen. Queen looks like her mama, y'all. She does. She has her mom's nose, she has her mom's cheeks, she has all of that. She actually looks like her mom. Like you can tell that she's Indian or I forgot what she is, but you can tell she's mixed with that. However, she does favor her mom, and she does have a lot of features like her mom, and Tina does too. So it's crazy. Sanjay says she comes from a very mixed looking family. Some are redheads, some with curly, some with kinky, some chocolate, some bright. I'm chocolate, whereas my mother passes for Spanish and Asian. It's all in biology. Yeah, she looks like her mom. She Queen looks like her mom, y'all. I was like, "Whoa, she actually looks like her." Which is funny because Clarence does mock, like in his last video, he was like, "Look at her face." He was mocking Tina, like, "Look at her face." And I'm like, dude, how could you love this woman and talk about her family like that? Because whether you like it or not, Queen loves her family. Yep, she do. She looks like her mom. I haven't seen her grandma, but she does. Yeah, but the thing yeah, exactly, Cassie. She's had surgery and you're pretty sure that Tina can get surgery. Tina can, but at least Tina likes who she is. And I'm not saying Queen doesn't, but Tina is comfortable with who she is. And sometimes you gotta have a different clapback besides jealousy. Like that's not the answer to it. That has nothing to do with the issue at hand. So, okay, we already been on here for 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and watch the episode so we can see what Clarence just said today. It's a 17-minute video, so we ain't gonna be here long. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Clarence NYC. Welcome back to my reaction channel. If you're new to this channel, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Channel. If you're new to this channel, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you show some love by leaving a comment and smashing the like button on this video, man. You know what I'm saying? I would love that. I would love if you do that for me. But today's video, we're reacting to another part of this series. This one's called Clarence, Are You Your Father's Child? Part 2. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're about to get right into this with no bashing, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Maturely. You know what I'm saying? And we about to do this. Let's get it. What is up, y'all? What's poppin'? Back on the part 2. Give this video a big thumbs up. Don't comment down below because my comments are off. But subscribe. Hit that bell. Hit the bell. Yo, yo, yo. Lift up on 5 minutes and 26 seconds. This video is 54. Trying to make sure the audio is good. Almost an hour. It's like a movie. How was the audio in the last video? You know what I'm saying? My setup is a little different right now. As y'all seen, I didn't have a headphone. Exactly, Ash. Ash said, sounds like to me Queen could really dead this back and forth. She could. And I want to believe in my heart that she told Clarence she's not comfortable with this, but I don't think she did because ain't no way in hell you still making response videos. Let Tina argue by herself, if anything. Like, let Tina argue by herself. Y'all just said that Tina and Sunny TV and Mama Love was all in this conspiracy. So let that have been the mic drop and move on to something else. Why are y'all still going back and forth? Every time I put it on full screen, it's tripping out. So I'm just gonna leave it like this.
I have no idea how this is crazy. Money bag. You don't know this for a little money bag. No, that's not fair, Clarence. Why you skip? I noticed that too. I noticed very when I first came in and started watching this reaction video, you skipped over parts. It's like, I never skipped over parts. She snitched on herself. Pointed out a good. You, Tina, you have. I really should.
Sorry, y'all. Let me rewind it. Well, y'all didn't miss nothing.
Wow, still wild to this day to say that. That's so wild. And that's facts. That same day that CJ and Legend was with Lee playing with the water and stuff, the same day he got a fever. I think I just got the little Dirk little baby out. Okay. Legend ain't got no fever. Y'all was just on the trip. This is when we came back to it. On trips. Put it like that. Legend ain't got no fever, Clarence. Or y'all wouldn't have went on the trip. Maybe she would have more help with Legend if you was there. Because every time my mom used to FaceTime Queen, you weren't around. She was always with Patty or you was with somebody else. Queen had CJ and Legend all the time. Legend was forced to come to my mom's party. As a babysitter. Meet Everett, age 9, with hockey skills and a peanut allergy. One day, a granola bar gave him a body check. Thankfully, you was forced because you didn't feel like watching. We have a babysitter, legit. That's here every day.
Y'all hear him say they got a babysitter. Like, dude, what?
There's people in the house. I think it's beef that you tapped on your son. I feel like you shouldn't wish that on your child, Clarence. Do you know how the world actually works? I don't even want to say universal law. Be careful what you manifest with your tongue. He could actually have a fever now, 102, because you spoke it. Because everybody knows y'all was on the trip. Because Queen would have dropped everything and got off the trip. So she's a good mom. If Legend had a fever. I think that's what we just got out of that right there. We got something positive. So Queen is a good mom because she would have dropped everything and went off the trip. Proud of you, Tina. That's a lie. We're gonna keep going. Like to say something like that, it couldn't have been that much. It couldn't have been that much. That's wrong.
It's so many ads. Oh, this ain't even an ad for his video. Y'all see how he's like yawning? Like,
Before y'all say she bought her a bed, she bought her a bed. After she bought her that bed, she didn't talk to her no more. You got receipts to prove that. She didn't talk to her no more after she got her that bed. That bed was just like to have a seat and be quiet. Yeah, that's what it was.
Is that an inside out shirt? Or is that just the stitch? Nah, that's. And is that an Under Armour? Like, is that like. It just looks like a very athletic shirt.
Clarence.
so I'm about to pause it just because it's funny that I was just saying how Clarence mocks Tina. And y'all see how he just said that looks like a very athletic shirt. Is that shirt inside out? Like he's literally chopping her to pieces because he wants her to know that he believes that she ain't shit. Okay? Like I can't even say it no other way than that. Like he wants her to know that he believes that she ain't shit and he's bored doing this. That's why he's yawning and he's just da da da. It's all a money grab. Like he's so shady. He is so shady for no reason. And at the end of the day, that shows that this is what he thinks of his girlfriend and his child's family. He don't respect them at all. At all. Like I was saying earlier to my homegirls, like I have sisters, so I may be arguing with them and I may be venting to my husband about it, but my husband knows not to say nothing sideways. Like even when he does be like, "Well, just leave him alone or don't talk to him." I'll be looking at him like, "You better watch your words. Don't say nothing crazy about my sisters." Because at the end of the day, it's one of those situations where I'm the only one that can talk about them. Periodly, he won't meet up. He won't. He won't. Yep, he acts like he's so cool with family. Um, but it's messed up and he's showing his true colors, like the way that he's talking you can tell. And if y'all watched the video before this one that just came out, because this is what he just posted an hour ago, but the video that he posted earlier, he basically was like, yeah, I heard that you was talking about my brother, and comments like that, my brother was a real gangster. Basically he was like, I ain't gonna be able to stop the people if they feel some type of way. Like he's too much. Exactly, AK. My family is my business. Like, but again, this is where you have to decide when you're dating someone, you date their you date their family whether you want to believe it or not. You are dating their family. I'm not saying that everyone in my family is perfect. So I know that my husband could potentially feel some type of way about some of them, especially if he sees that they're treating me a certain way and vice versa, because I don't play about my husband. However, I know to bite my tongue and he knows to bite his tongue out of respect because we love each other, especially when you have kids. Lee said, Clarence, you not a gangster. Exactly. He's short. Let's get back into the video.
The only reason why you can say that is ungrateful is because you're swallowing Queen's money. You're basking in it. Nobody's over here ungrateful. I'm just stating the truth.
And you want to bask in it?
Queen did stop talking to her. But I guess they can come up ungrateful to you because you got everything.
Pause.
You make sure.
I just said they're mowing my lawn. That's pause.
Because you got everything.
That's pause.
I guess they can come up ungrateful to you because you got everything. But I guess they can come up ungrateful to you because you got everything. You made sure of that. That's why we're not around. But it wasn't around.
Hello? How you doing? What's up, man? Okay, can you give me like 5 minutes? Okay, 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 I got you. Somebody fix my closet, man. Did y'all see what happened in my closet? My closet broke and shit.
It wasn't ever about no money, Clarence.
I gotta watch this ad. Mm.
You knew that we seen you and your family for who they were. Y'all shiesty. And it's a different game that I have to play with you because you're strategic.
That's not. I'm not playing a game with you guys, Tina. I'm not playing a game with you guys. And my family isn't shiesty. Name one thing you've heard of my family being shiesty. Like just name it.
But I am too. Takes one to know one.
Chill. Chill with that.
See, he's still mocking her.
Respect.
She didn't have to buy you a Corvette, but she did.
How was that your rebuttal, Tina?
But yeah, you made her cry on Christmas. You was fussing at her. You were arguing with her, picking at her.
Are we even talking about?
She didn't have to buy you a Corvette, Clarence. Where's her car? Did you surprise her with a car yet? And I bet you
Did her birthday pass yet?
don't do it right now.
Y'all,
I'm
wait.
about to go buy a car just because you said that.
Pause. Y'all. He said, did her birthday pass yet? Like, baby, first of all, it's a thing called just because gifts. It's a thing called it's Tuesday gifts. Like, what you mean? Yo, Clarence is a piece of work, y'all. Like, when she said she didn't have to buy you a Corvette, he gonna say, "What does that have to do with anything?" Not realizing that she was responding to him talk about the mama getting a car. He is a piece of Exactly. How was it cool for his family to use Queen's money? And mind you, Queen is employing them. Like, girl, you could give some jobs to some other people at this point. He's so corny. Like, I cannot talking about is her birthday past yet? Like, damn, she can only get presents one time a year. And if y'all watch the video from yesterday when he was reacting to the video, Tina was like, "You got yourself a $12,000 watch," and he was like, "It was actually 15,000, and Queen bought it for me." That's another way that he is literally showing them that he has the control and that they are not worthy of nothing, not even an invitation to CJ's graduation. I believe they have secret accounts, Lee. I definitely do.
I'm that
You
nigga.
weren't allowed at my mother's party, and I'm gonna keep it real. You weren't allowed at my mom's party because you knew that my uncles was waiting for you, Clarence. Because of the things that you said at the hospital. My doctor requires no insurance, no copay, and
Oh, that's his. I keep thinking it's an ad on my end.
my uncles was waiting for you, Clarence. At my mom's party because you knew that my uncles was waiting for you, Clarence. Because of the things that you said at the hospital.
Taylor. Now I'm afraid of a couple things. God, spiders, messy rooms. Like you know what I'm saying, I'm afraid of a few things. One thing I'm not afraid of is no uncle. Like I'm too old to be like, who do you think? Like who do you think I am? Exactly. That's the same question I'm asking you. Who do you think I am? You think I'm way too old? Stop. And have you seen Beast?
He is a joke. He is a joke. I cannot take it. Hold on. Hey, Paris.
Hey, Audrey girl. Can
What's
you hear
going
me?
on? Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you.
I am so glad that you did this live. I have been trying to do like a little research about this because I was going to talk about myself, but I didn't know all of this stuff, and the more I'm finding out about this guy, I'm just disgusted. Like Clarence is a whole fucking trash bag. Ain't
He
no
is.
motherfucking way I would ever let him get on camera multiple times talking about my motherfucking family. Ain't no way. This is disgusting.
Straight up disgusting. And the sad part is, he's not even making valid points. It'll be different if he was defending himself because he felt like he was being disrespected, but he's not. Like, he's not articulating himself. He's not bringing any valid points. He is looking like a asshole.
Baby, and then you made a valid point as well about him bragging about the Ciroc. Who, first of all, what did you do for Diddy to bring you Ciroc? Or did he bring it to Queen? You slick bragging off of her sister's accomplishments. You wouldn't be around none of the motherfuckers if you wasn't with Queen. And then your whole family is employed. I've seen and actually kind of slick been in a situation like this before, where if you have a little tip with your family, that person that you're with is low key trying to put in your ear, like, oh, well, look, if it's not me swinging for you, if it's not me talking for you or whatever in the back, your family's going against you. Like, I'm all you have. If you don't let me speak for you, they just run all over you. Like, I'm actually taking up for you. And Queen's sitting in the back, like, oh yeah, well,
Mhm.
he's fighting for me. No, bitch, he out here making you look dumb. If you feel a certain type of way because your sister is saying something, if you feel a certain type of way because your mom is doing something, then you address it. But don't you ever let him have the audacity to come on the internet and address your family. Hell no.
Exactly. As a
He shouldn't even want
boyfriend.
to think it. Yeah, you're not even the husband. Like
Not a
you think,
fiance, nothing. Jew ain't nothing besides a baby daddy boyfriend. You cannot. Ain't no way in hell you getting up here. I could at least respect it more if they was doing it together, so that was showing unity and that they were trying to get some resolutions. But he's doing this all on his own accord.
yes. And it's like, if Queen is paying the dust, what makes you think you should get your? But then also, he's a little man. I didn't know that. It makes a lot of sense that you said that. Little men have these inferiority complexes where he want to stick his chest out, act like he's a big man. Nigga, you are on my sister's payroll, baby, and your whole family. You do not need to buck your little motherfucking chest out anywhere, because that beard, that shape up, everything you got, my sister didn't pay for. And then you sitting here making another bag off my sister's family. No,
Mhm.
Queen needs to check him ASAP. Like,
She
he's
does.
disgusting.
She definitely does. I cannot believe that this is even going on, because at first a lot of people had their speculations about Clarence and about the things that Tina and her mom was saying, but they couldn't prove it. But these videos prove it. Like, he's showing his own true self. No one is getting him
Yes.
up here to talk like this. And the way that he's talking shows that he has no respect for any of them.
No, at all. And it also shows that he is. My thing is this: if I was with somebody and I knew there was division in the family, I would either keep my mouth closed or I would be the person trying to put them together. You can tell that he sees the division. He don't give a fuck. He's He's happy about the division because as long as her family's out, my family's in. My family gonna eat. We gonna eat off Queen. We gonna get come up off Queen. Fuck her family. Her family knows this, and they're like, "Well, we're not about to fight her. Like she's obviously choosing this man over us. Who cares?" But we still gonna speak up because we love her. At the end of the day, that's your mom, Queen. That's your sister. Like you're always. That's always gonna be your son's aunt and your son's grandmother. Clarence is your child's nothing. Like CJ's nothing. Honestly, it's disrespectful. How do you have the lip? How can you even fix your lips to speak about blood relatives of your girlfriend's children? Like, no way.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And then just he doesn't care. He's just thrown it this whole video. This is the second video he's done. Well, the third one technically, but where he's just mocking her and he's just like, "You ain't shit. You ain't shit." And then to say, "Is it her birthday?" So basically she only gets gifts on her birthday. Like I can't take it. He's
Oh my god! When you made that point, I screamed, girl. Like, first of all, look at that embarrassing little pause and like laugh. It's like, baby, what you mean? Is it her birthday? You know, you ain't even got a bag to get her a car. You do you got enough money to put gas in it? Like, don't play games, Chris. Let me and Clarence. You already know like what you already know what the situation and everybody else knows it too. Like maybe you can take care of yourself, but you're not taking care of her. You're not.
you not taking care of a soul. You would not be here if it wasn't for her. So at least let her deal with her family in the privacy. Like it'll be the one thing. Let Tina be out here making all these videos, responding. Don't say anything. Respect your girlfriend friend
Yes.
and move on. But you're not. So you look like the bad guy.
That looks crazy that that she is not saying a word and she's playing classy and talking about, oh, this and this is sad, blah blah blah. But yet he's coming making videos disrespecting her family. Like, no way. So my thing is this is how it lets me know, because the fact that she knows he's making videos and she's not saying nothing, she didn't have him deleted, is nothing going on, that behind the scenes and when they're in bed together, they're pillow talking, she is going off. She can't stand her family. Like she doesn't like that they're doing stuff to her. And I feel like he's planting seeds of division. Like, yeah, like they're coming at you, they're doing this to you, I'm speaking up for you, and you shouldn't have an issue with me saying it because I'm the one that's like protecting you while your family's coming at you. So she's staying silent. This is a mess.
Yeah. The fact that he's on here shows that she condones all of it. Cuz she can't say she don't know, like literally she knows. And then I know everything goes. You were in the comments asking about Sunny. Well, the rumor about the Sunny situation is that Clarence and Queen is the one that paid for her ticket to go back home. That's how she was
Baby.
mysteriously able to leave Mama Love's house. We don't know because Tina, none of them have addressed the issue about that or, what happened.
Well,
So we don't really
Sunny
know.
Sunny did something exactly the same thing that she did to them to me, and that's what I'm gonna go on my platform and address. But yeah, because it all like after this situation happened, I could finally connect the dots, and once I explain it, people will be able to see like what's about to happen and what happened. Sunny did the exact same thing to me, and like it's insane. That girl is nuts.
Yeah, yeah, that whole Sunny situation, it's crazy. I want to see how it's gonna play out with this family. But right now, it looks like Tina and Clarence gonna have part 34, part 58. It's just gonna keep going and going because Tina's not gonna let up. Because she just said that she made $14,000 in 3 days. Y'all think she gonna stop?
No, he's not gonna stop either.
Tina just posted who? Hold on, y'all. Let me find it. Let me find it. Cause y'all know I got my shade room open. Let me see.
Girl, this is too juicy. What is going
This
on?
is.
Hey, everybody in the
And
chat, I just learned how to look at this.
right, you usually the one leading the chat. Let me see. Maybe it's not on the shade rooms yet. Did she do it on her YouTube? Let me see. Let me pull up another tab. This is crazy, y'all. Hold on.
Tori said it's on a TNT squad page.
Okay, let me go find it.
Oh my God. This is messy.
That's why I had to go live about it. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not about to keep making part 58 of these updates. It's we gotta just watch this in real time.
Let me tell you, the reason why this is going on is because it's sunny. I'm telling you right now.
Do y'all see how long this video is, bro? For 58 minutes?
What's up, y'all? I'm back with another reaction video. You know what I'm saying? Part 7. I basically just stopped reacting to that one video because I felt like I already touched on and pinpointed where I was speaking from, and basically what I wanted y'all to understand some things that was basically understand like a lot of reverse psychology words and a lot of antagonizing going on. So I think I pretty much addressed that part. So he made another reaction video, 26 minutes. I'm not going to break it down into parts. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to fully address because it was a lot of people
Yeah, y'all know I don't know how to do. I ain't no real deal reactor. Hold on. Let me put it on double time. Oh, the numbers gotta get bigger. I wish we had a timestamp, y'all, of when she posted the tea because baby. Brittany, I didn't see you. Where you at, Brittany? Okay, Paris hung up. What Brittany say? I like Juicy Mess. This is crazy, y'all. Hey Lisa. Hey everybody that's just joining.
Mama, say hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
They said hi back. This is crazy. Okay, let me finish playing it.
that was DMing me saying that, he made some threats or whatever. So before we get to this video, give this video.
Oh no, baby. One second, child.
What's up, guys? Your boy Clarence NYC. Welcome back to my reaction channel. If you're new to this channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Show some love by leaving a comment and smashing that like button on this video. Y'all probably seen this coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm reacting to Clarence Act, so I responded. So part 1 of Tina's reality TV show. Yeah, whatever she's trying to do.
I'll just skip like this.
She's trying to do. Like what? I'm gonna get into it. I can't sit here. React to everybody's drama and not react to mine. So we about to get into it.
You ain't been
Let's start it.
So you already know what's going on. What's up? Before I get to this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Let's get into the video.
The fact that she's playing Clarence reaction video, oh my god.
Yeah, make sure y'all go show love and support to this video and hit that subscribe button. Do the same for me too.
I don't really like Ciroc, but it was pretty good. Like the new Ciroc they got coming out. I don't like Ciroc. I'm more tequila.
Video, I kind of do like tell him about it, like his eyes flow and stuff. He's drunk, so that lets me know that he has to be, at a good mode to be on my level. Level maturity.
Again, I'm not drunk because I'm grown ass man. Don't get drunk. Maybe, yeah.
Recently I told you I stopped smoking, I stopped doing this and that. I'm sober right now.
Y'all know how much money she about to get?
My six. Know what I mean?
choke on some water, bro. It's funny because the fucking them glasses are the same reason why I got caught up yesterday. Them glasses the same as you trying to front and you got caught up yesterday.
You get caught up with doing what? I didn't get caught up doing anything. I can speak my truth. But for somebody to point out that somebody was in my lenses, that just shows how petty and biased y'all are. I can have people in my home. It's very sad.
You got the reflection in your glasses. That's why.
Nobody said anything about him being coached up.
So let's do this. Because you're gonna attack him. All right, let's do this. So we got to get in. Let's do this. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, I hope she says it.
The question class. I'm probably gonna go Derek Jackson. I'm probably gonna go Derek Jackson's reaction. I'm probably gonna be talking a lot in third person because I'm reacting to me, reacting to her. You know what I mean? So I'm probably gonna go Derek Jackson.
Basically, we both Derek Jackson at this point. I'm reacting to you, react to me. I have a reaction channel. Well, basically, I'm doing reactions now because I'm defending my family.
There's nothing anybody said about your family. The only things that were said is you said, and you and Chris had said. You and Chris are the only ones that said something.
What I said on Instagram, I have every right to feel that way. But nobody had mentioned you in the things that we have said. You just took it upon yourself because Queen gave you so much leeway. You felt like it was your business to respond and throw a little side shot on Twitter. And I got tired of it. I got tired of Queen allowing you to keep saying things. So while people keep saying, why are you on here? And oh, all of this over a 20-minute graduation. Well, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Because it's like, I'm not about to keep sitting back and let you throw side shots on my family. And then you keep bringing up Chris in it. My question to you, Clarence, is where have Chris, when has he responded back to all the things that you've been saying? He hasn't responded. You're reacting to me. So stop throwing him in there. This is petty at this point. People are always trying to take my rights away on how I feel. I posted that. I said what I said.
Everybody congratulated CJ. And you and Chris are the only ones that said something. What does your mom and Terrell have to do with anything here? How are you defending her? Like, what?
How am I defending her, Clarence? Because you keep throwing nasty side shots about my mom on Twitter, and then you do it behind camera too. And my brother hopped in it because notice that my brother, he really doesn't hop in it unless it's really something. You said some things, Clarence, and my brother stepped in because he's the man of the house over here, and he gonna step. That's just what it is. We step over here.
What is everybody saying about that? Tell me, like, no one said anything about it.
So I'm talking about family. I'm talking about my mom and my brother. What's on my side? Because it seems like everybody can do that lately. But when it comes to me, I have to watch what I say. Be quiet. You shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have said that. No. No more.
Yo, can y'all hear me? Make sure y'all can hear me, yo.
I just felt like you knew that he was graduating a week ago. You knew he was graduating 2 weeks ago. Why wasn't nobody notified? Everybody knows how we are with CJ. My shirt ain't inside out. CJ is from us. Stop being petty.
No, I don't. Like, you being short, I'm trying to. This is all coming back really fast, you know what I'm saying? But no, I don't know how you are. I don't know. I do know. Well, I do not being like sarcastic, but
I know you're being sarcastic. It's okay. I understand. I would too if I was in your position.
This is blowing me that we are watching a reaction of a reaction of a reaction. Like, oh my God. Y'all know y'all could have just literally made a video. Y'all don't have to play the clips and respond each time. I cannot believe this. Okay, so Life is Buyer said it's Queen's family who is always going to social media to talk about Clarence. A person can be disrespectful to someone and try to dictate their response. That's cool. But in this situation, they didn't talk about Clarence. It had nothing to do with Clarence. They said that they wanted to go to the graduation. Clarence is the one that started it. He inserted himself with his little self. He inserted his little self. Nobody else. Amber, it really is like a response of a response of response. I can't. Exactly, India. They need to go on StreamYard. Like the tea is spilling. I feel like I wish I had a soundboard. So when we get to the part when she says who bought the Delta flight, I can go boom. Cause that's all I care about. Like we need to know everything that's going on. I'm happy this is her last video. Okay, let's finish seeing. Let's see what she got else to say about the response of the response of the response.
Keep looking over to the right and the left. It seems to be like you're being coached. But
You see, this is where it gets a little funny because now that we know you were being coached, is that why you said it looks like I'm being coached? Is that
no, Clarence. If you look to my title of the video, this is part 1, and you're trying to make it look like you reacted to this video just now and you dropped it, but you're a strategic person. You've been watching my videos. You've been watching them. So when I said that you were being coached, this wasn't when I was so-called being coached through my lenses. For once again, I'm old enough. I'm 19 years old. Nobody has to coach me to do anything. But I can't help it. People are want to be so petty and be too deep and go beyond my lenses. Look, nobody's in my lenses this time. Nobody's there. Nobody can coach me. You want to know why? Because nobody can tell my story better than I can tell my story. I don't need a narrator. This is my truth, and I'm speaking it by myself.
a bit of a guilty conscience, maybe?
No.
Now she thinks if I just
Okay, get straight to the reaction. You threaded. What's up? Come on.
your glasses.
Okay, so the comment on the screen, I want to go ahead and talk about it really quickly. Miss Bumblebee said, "Not y'all are agreeing with Tina. She needs to mind her own damn business and keep that man's name out her mouth. My man better step for me against whoever. Period." Okay, so Miss Bumblebee, the situation at hand is the current events. So we are not going to talk about what happened maybe last year or the year before that. In this one particular situation, when Tina and Chris said that they were not notified of CJ's graduation, did Clarence step into that or not? Because no one said Clarence's name. So why did Clarence insert himself? Especially when it's her family. This is her family. He could easily stop stepping for someone. She was already stepping for herself when all this went down. He's not even defending her, India. Exactly. He's not defending her. No one's even talking about Queen. Tina's now talking about Clarence because Clarence be on that royal bullshit. We all want a man that's going to stand up for you. So that's not the problem. It's the problem is he likes to insert himself in places that he does not belong. T said, I'm sorry. Family matters should be family matters because when Queen makes up with her family, they will not make up with Clarence. Exactly, T. And that is the issue. That is the issue, and that's why when you are in a relationship and things happen, it's best that you stay out of it when it's internal family issues. It's best because they're not gonna forgive you. Life as Buyer said, but the video I seen, the sister was saying Clarence was the reason behind all of it. They steady blame Clarence, even if he is the issue behind closed doors. They shouldn't bring it anything publicly. Okay, so the issue was we already talked about the timeline, so I'm sorry if y'all came in here late. After Tina and Chris said what they said on social media, Queen was already talking. She basically was like they disrespectful. That's why they was not invited and they had their own personal family issues going on. Clarence immediately went to Twitter and was like, y'all can't be calling her no bees and hoes and think y'all gonna get an invite. Must suck to get knocked out of your spot as a daddy and have another nigga raising your seed. Like, this was the things that he was saying when no one was being problematic. So that's why Tina was like, Clarence, I know your ass didn't. I know your ass didn't. That's why she addressed Clarence. Clarence started talking first. And then when the mama started crying, he took it a step further and was like, where was the tears and the praying when your daughter was getting her ass beat? Y'all can feel free to call in too. I hate to be the only one talking. Miss Bumblebee said it's not okay for her to insert herself in that girl's relationship, but can steal and spend their money and make money off their name. Absolutely. So her stealing off that girl's credit card was a violation. Period. However, she did not insert herself into that relationship. She was talking about her own sadness about her nephew, and Clarence inserted himself in their relationship in this one instance. That's why we are here today. He inserted himself, like y'all thinking about the other issues. That is not giving him the validation for the things that he is doing right now. He's very disrespectful. Exactly. He is. Yeah, they not yeah, Denise, they not coming back from this at all. So Clarence can take care of CJ, and that's not his family or son, but he has to be quiet and stand down to everything else. He didn't have to stand down in anything because this situation was not an issue. Someone wrote Chris and said, "So you didn't go to CJ's graduation?" He said, "I didn't know about it." Tina reposted a picture and said, "Oh, baby, TT wish she was there. She didn't know, but I'm so proud and I'm crying tears of joy." Where did that say, Clarence, they're being disrespectful? They did not say, Queen, you a bitch asshole. You didn't invite us. Queen, you ain't shit. Queen, you ain't shit for this. They didn't say none of that. So this was unprovoked. And in my eyes, in my opinion, and anybody can call in or comment below, I feel like Clarence was waiting for the opportunity to start some shit because it had nothing to do with him. And for once, no one was popping off. He stated that they bully her behind the scenes, even though she takes care of them financially. She takes care of all of them financially, including Clarence. Honestly, it's between her and the child's father and nobody else. Exactly, Miss Mumblebee. I completely agree. Clarence and Tina had their own beef. Exactly. It was about Chris and Queen. And Queen and Chris said their piece, and yet we still have Clarence going on and on. I absolutely agree with you. So what was the impression that they was trying to make? Okay, we got a caller calling in. Hold on, let me add him.
Hi, Audrey. Can you hear me?
Hey Trey, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, this is what I was gonna say. I before I knew a lot about Queen with Clarence, I used to watch some of their videos, and of course, like you were like, okay, cute little couple. They do these little prank videos, but then I started seeing stuff, and I'm like, hold on, girl, he don't like you like that.
I don't
He
think
do
so either.
not like her. In my opinion, I think he's just playing a role. When he gets on camera, he just has to play it up. And then it doesn't help that a lot of their followers are young kids who don't really have a lot of experience in life. So of course they're gonna think like, oh yeah, they're the most perfect couple, but no. I would
Not
never want my man going online talking shit about my family. I don't care what my family did to me. Let me handle it. Don't come online talking about them.
I agree. I agree. Do not talk about my family, please. Just leave them out of it. Do not like stay out of it, especially when this situation did not have anything to do with him. I definitely see if they said something about Clarence, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. They didn't say nothing about Clarence. It had
Nope.
nothing to do with Clarence. He was waiting on that opportunity to talk mess. That's it. That's all.
And then I also wanted to say this on one of the response videos Clarence did to Tina. Tina and Terrell's dad got in the comments and was like, "This is I'm their dad. Like I'm gonna tell you this. Like if we keeping it at words, then keep it at words. But if you start making threats, and then if I think it's a threat, then we're gonna have a problem.
Exactly. And I agree. I feel the same way. Like he threatened them in the last video. He basically said, like, if you keep talking about my brother, I ain't gonna be able to. I'm not the one that's gonna be cool about it. Like, basically, my family with the shit. They was gangsters. Like, dude, who are you again? Excuse you.
Exactly. I'm like, sir, nobody is scared of you. Like, nobody is scared of you. I don't even understand why you think anybody is afraid of you. And then for him to tell tell Tina, is it her birthday? I'm sorry. I didn't know
Yes.
gifts had an expiration date.
Like it has to be a reason. Like, come on. Uh Life as buyers, you press the link in the comments. My comment is pinned. You press it and you able to call in. We're gonna finish watching the video, but yeah, you can definitely call in.
But I also wanted to say this, like, I got two more things. So I wanted to say this about Tina's mom. I understand like you trying to be helpful, but honey, you got to have more discernment than just to let any and everybody into your home. You already let Tina's girlfriend into your home and she bashed y'all too. So why wasn't that like a warning like, "Hey, I'm never going to do this again?"
Absolutely, especially when it happened to be someone, because I didn't see these videos, but all of the T channels is basically saying that Sonny was someone that dogged this family. So it's kind of like, okay, just to be on the safe side, I will help you with your spiritual journey, but maybe we could FaceTime, maybe we could Zoom, maybe I can look
Exactly.
up some pastors for you out in your area because I'm not too comfortable with you coming in
You
my
being in
house.
my home. Like you in my home and you didn't talk shit about me. Like me, my whole family, and now you wanna like you brought your daughter there. Like what kind of games are you playing? Like you playing with God, you getting baptized twice. I'm like, no, ma'am, I would never.
Never. And you just, like you said, you have to have some type of discernment because it's like, what what was the purpose? Like, that you have a very huge public daughter. She is a huge celebrity. You cannot just let anyone in your home because this could potentially happen. Say she's lying. Say Sonny's lying. How could we prove it? You already have a group of people that necessarily, don't care for you. And
Y'all
then
going?
you have
Hmm.
this T channel. What you say, Normandy?
Oh, y'all can hear me? Shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you. I can mute you. Y'all, by the way, Normandy is my sister. Say hi to
No,
my sister, y'all.
don't mute me. Don't mute me. My issue is this: like, when I'm not defending Clarence's personality and how he is. That's Queen's issue. That's who she decides to be with. But everybody has a personality where sometimes you can be really dominant, and when a person has a dominant like personality, a lot of people are intimidated by that and want him to like dim himself down. Queen got on the public into this platform by Clarence's sister. Clarence's sister put Queen on. So all this money that went,
No,
yes, no,
No.
no,
Queen
no,
Chris.
it's true. No, 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 no. Clarence's sister put her on with that music video because somehow it got to the hands of the wrong person and Queen wasn't getting the money that she was supposed to be getting. So Clarence's sister brought her under her wing, introduced her to some studio people or some connections, and that is how Queen got on. So all this money and all that she's having that's paying Clarence family and Queen's family, it became because of the connection of Queen's sister. That's
No, she
big.
already
Yes,
had a million subscribers though,
you
Normandy,
can
from
have
Chris.
a million subscribers. That doesn't make it your revenue increase. That doesn't put you on the radio and get you on music videos. Her platform and everything increased once she got signed to Columbia. The person behind all of that was Clarence's sister. And that is just a fact. Do your research. That's a fact. That doesn't change. That doesn't make it right, wrong, or indifferent the way Clarence is. But Queen's family always trying to find a reason to come out front. It's steady trying to find a reason. It's Queen's family who are steady trying to make it seem like it's Clarence or everybody else, and they're playing victim. If you guys can't say one side, Clarence needs to humble himself and stay out of the public eye and stay out of Queen's business, but Queen's family can tarnish and go after somebody's character publicly at any point in time. I feel like you need to go both ways. Don't dictate me and how I respond and dictate me and how I am, but your family over here is acting reckless and out of control. And she's providing for them without them working for her. She's basically giving them free money.
They all eating off Queen though,
They
Normally. It
live
ain't just her family.
yes,
No,
they
no,
live in.
because at the end of the day, Queen had a huge following. If y'all already know and y'all OG watchers of Queen, Queen already had a huge following. When she dropped Medicine, the only thing that Lee helped her with, because they already talked about this, Lee helped her get that money back because the producer dropped the song. The person that made the beat dropped the song, so all the revenue was going
Oh,
to him. And because Lee helped her with that, Queen was like, "Hey, you want to be my manager?" Lee did not do nothing extra
yes, she
special.
did because she
Lee owned
also
a t-shirt shop. If she was this dope, she could have been producing or and managing big artists. Lee owned a t-shirt shop. Normally,
Yeah,
she
she
don't think
definitely
she.
owned a
even if she
t-shirt shop.
even if she did, his sister is behind all of it. She
Well,
went
her
back
mama birthed
before.
her, so she gets some respect too. Like if Lee get all this respect because she wouldn't be here without her, well, goddamn it, Queen wouldn't be here without her mama. So at the end of the day, if her mama
her
said
mama,
that she
her mama, like that's what I'm saying. It has to go both ways. It has to go. Y'all can't put Clarence on this pedestal of be quiet, don't say this, don't do that, mind your business. But all the while, her mama, her mother, and her sisters on making videos, being all reckless and crazy. It goes both ways, baby. In my opinion, they just as bad and toxic and horrible as Clarence is. As clear, the only difference is it's more and the mama making it public. And the only reason why I feel like Clarence says something is because the impression is the constant impression that Tina and Chris is always making it seem, oh, I wasn't invited. Oh, I didn't know. Don't be coming out here making it seem like you some type of victim. And that's the stance that I think that Clarence was reacting off of. Not that they meant to, not that they actually said his name, but it's more so like, no, bro, we know you in real life. Don't be making it seem like you some type of victim and you just didn't get an invite because we just trying to bully you. Or Tina, don't act like you don't know what's going on. I think that he was reacting off of that standpoint more so than him waiting for somebody to say his name. Chris knows how he is with Queen, and Tina and their mama knows how they are with Queen. So they can poke and poke the bear behind closed doors, and in the public they can play victim. And I think Clarence was more so like, we ain't gonna do that shit. You over here calling her bitches and hoes Monday through Friday, but on Saturday you want to cry wolf and say, "Oh, I didn't get an invite. No, I didn't know." No, you know what's going on, and I think that's the stance in which he was reacting to of them making it seem or giving a false impression like they weren't invited just because. There's a reason behind everything. That's just how I feel.
you just like Clarence, girl.
I think she like
No.
Clarence too.
I
She
don't like
definitely like Clarence. I can't do it.
I don't like Clarence. I just feel like right is right. If right is right and wrong is wrong. You can't just go one way. The same standards that you hold to Clarence, you got to hold that same standard to Queen's mama and her sister. It can't just be on Clarence. It's not just him arguing himself. He ain't in the wall in the mirror arguing himself. He's arguing with Tina and a grown ass woman,
But
her
the
mom.
thing is, Normally, did you see the receipts? Cause I can show you the receipts.
I seen
Yes,
them.
Joy. She my big sister, y'all. She ain't gonna stop. Somebody say they agree with her, cause she ain't gonna stop. She a Sagittarius, y'all. They don't stop.
Wagon, but
They
I
don't
like I
stop.
said, y'all can't be coming for Clarence and holding him to these standards as a boyfriend, but don't even have higher expectations for family members. If y'all gonna have these high expectations for a damn boyfriend, then damn it, what's your expectations for a family member? Because they obviously are hella low if y'all not holding her mother and the sister to the same expectations. Nah, you can't be telling that boy who's a boyfriend, shut up, don't say this, don't say that, but mama be reckless and crazy. No,
Okay, so let me ask you this, Normandy, because me and Trey and some other people in the comments, be nice to my sister, y'all, because I'll flip out on you hoes. I'm just playing.
I,
But anyway, um,
I can't even read what they saying.
we know that's I've been talking stuff about you in the comments. Anyway, say for instance, I was dating Devin, and you've been in Noelle's life her whole life. Of course, you're her auntie,
Right.
and although y'all have problems, we all have problems, and you necessarily don't like Devin.
Uh-huh.
Say Noelle had her kindergarten graduation,
Uh-huh.
and you go on your platform and you say, dang, TT, wish you would have been there. I'm crying tears of joy. That's it. That's all.
Mhm.
And Devin comes, which Devin's sweet, so he would never do this, but we're just gonna make him a monster today. Devin tweets, y'all can't be calling her bitches and hoes and think y'all can come up in here. And then Daddy is on Facebook crying and thinking, hey, I just want my family to be family. And he says, and Devin says, where was this energy when Audrey was getting her ass beat? Would you or would you not have something to say?
Not publicly, out of respect for you. If you were a public figure and that's my niece and the day is about her and you are my sister and I know you are a public figure, no matter how I feel about not being invited, I would never take that to social media. I wouldn't even say anything to social media because I know those who are looking at you and they know that I'm your sister, they will also be looking at me. And they will always try to find some type of paper crumbs or breadcrumbs or whatever. So for me, I wouldn't say anything because I know whatever I say is going to be a reflection on you. It's going
But
to
can you acknowledge the same needs to go for Clarence because he got his little
that's my
short
Yeah,
ass
it's
on
the same
Twitter?
thing.
this whole time. It has to be both have to be accountable. Clarence and the family. But this whole time that y'all talking, y'all just going for Clarence's head and making it seem like Queen's family can just do whatever. I am agreeing with you guys. I'm just saying that the standards that y'all put a hold on to Clarence, y'all need to have that same energy to Tina and that old ass mama because she too
Don't
damn
talk about that,
old.
mama.
No,
We
she
already said that the
old.
mama
She
didn't
too
use
damn
discernment
old.
by letting her into her house.
She too old. She too old, and she been on this
Yeah,
earth
she
too
is.
long, and she know right from wrong. She know what she's doing. You can't tell me you've been on this planet for this long and you got that much ignorance and you ain't got enough wisdom to know to be quiet. She playing the game. She's
But
playing the game. And the sad part,
exactly, Lee
you
made
said
a
what?
good point. Lee made a good point. She said no one said that her family can do whatever. We were talking about who's to blame for the current drama and why it keeps going on. So
Tina and Chris. Because Chris should have never said some shit to make it seem like he didn't know why he didn't get an invite. The kid
no,
said
someone wrote
he
him
there.
though, Normandy. Someone wrote him. Look, you
Like,
didn't
what I
ran
just
Trey
say,
off.
what I just say, anytime that somebody mentions anything that's in a connection to Queen is going to get enhanced. Anything in connection to her is going to get enhanced. So if I say something, if Leslie says something, and you are a public figure, it's going to be enhanced because we are your sisters. So
But Chris is also a public figure, and that's why they ran to
barely he
him.
on by a damn screen, barely. That's why he has to use Queen to get video clicks. Cause he barely making. You see his views. You talk about from being the OG. He went from 1 million views to baby maybe 15K views, maybe
But
maybe.
Chris ain't said nothing all weekend though. Chris only responded to a commentator, and then that was it. So Chris ain't even in the issue right now.
Well, you just said I was just responding off of what you said. Who was the issue? I said Chris and Tina because they both made it public when they both could have just stay quiet and be quiet. Because if you know Clarence, you know if you poke, he gonna bite back. And they
Yeah, I definitely agree. India in the comments said, "Y'all don't think Queen was being messy by posting the pic? She knew fans would ask where he was."
hold
Exactly.
up,
I
hold up, hell no. As a
mother.
or not, y'all not gonna tell me to dim the light on my child for graduation when I'm taking care of him. I could care less. It's not about Chris, Clarence, or anybody else. It's about my son. So if I want to post him on his graduation, I could care less who else is there or not there. As the mother, it's about me and my son and his day. Hell no, she
But his day, but he loves his father. So he should have had the option of knowing that his dad could have been there though. She did not give these people an invitation because of how she feels about him with her own personal issues. It's
Queen.
not it's about CJ.
Break up. You can't tell me if you and Devin break up and y'all in two different households that you would have to hold Devin's hand and tell him about graduations. If you ain't gonna tell him, best believe he's still gonna find out. Best believe he's still gonna find out because why? Because he's a daddy. He ain't gonna wait on you to tell him shit about his child. He's gonna figure out his damn self. I
Okay,
wish
you
Devin
got a
would.
point there. You did just bring up a valid point because Chris definitely should have been able to be on top of that. I do agree with you there because it's like, dude, you got to know these things. Like you really should know what your son is doing at all times, whether I tell you
But
or
Devin
not.
wait on you
So
to
I
be.
do agree with you on that.
Devin will never wait on you to be a father. You're a mother. Those are two different roles. He will never wait on you. He would never. Why? He's a daddy. He holds his position very well. So if Chris was holding his position very well, he has to know. Everybody know. You go to Dollar Tree, you see graduation signs and balloons everywhere. Everybody knows that this is graduation season. Negro, you know how old your son is. You tell me you can't connect the dots. You need somebody to hold your hand for common sense. No.
Welcome, India.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I agree with that, but due to the circumstances of them being in separate states and stuff like that, like even in Clarence's was it the first video he made where he was saying, "Do you even know what school he goes to? Do you even know his teacher?" And this and this and that. They know he don't know that, and they know schools aren't releasing information to people who aren't on emergency forms regardless. So
Yes.
they know what they're doing by keeping him from that information. Now, yes, he should be a dad and be proactive, and he should know all of that. But Chris ain't the sharpest pencil in the box.
Whose fault is
But
that?
that's his fault. But at the same time, as a parent, it's not about you and your feelings. It's about your child. And
Exactly.
sometimes
So
you
take
have to
that
swallow
court.
your pride. Sometimes you have to swallow your pride and just send out an olive branch. Ain't nobody saying they had to be friends, but you could have just sent a text, a DM, whatever, like, oh, he's graduating on this day. Or even if you thought he wouldn't come, record it and send it to him.
Why?
Just why
Why?
not?
Why? I don't owe
Why
you.
not?
I don't
When
owe you.
you're a parent, there's moments that you can't get back. There's moments that you can't do over. And I
And
feel like
why?
this
Nordy,
was one of those situations. Like, you can't redo this. So you being petty, you might feel like you're like you had the right to do that in this moment. But in the future, you might look back like, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Maybe I shouldn't have been so petty. Because that's what it is. It's petty. And then y'all are both public figures. So you knew as soon as you posted that picture that messy subscribers were gonna ask, oh, well, where were you at? Why weren't you there? Especially when Clarence is in the picture acting like it looked like a family picture. And
It
that's
was.
what I don't like coming from Clarence. That's what I don't like coming from Clarence. Clarence always pokes at Chris, making it like, oh, I'm raising your son. I'm his dad now. Basically, like, fuck you. I'm his dad now.
Yeah, I
That's
don't think
not
that's
funny,
right.
and that's not nothing to play about.
I don't think
yeah,
that's
it's not India, and that's when I was like, see, he's starting some shit because I do agree when you said Normandy, like, okay, he should be on top of his son's school. He should absolutely. We got to hold him accountable there. However, if he didn't know, he didn't know. That's one thing. But Clarence came out of left field and was like, "It must suck to let another nigga raise your son." Like,
yeah.
shut the
Had
fuck up.
he should
Feelings
have.
are
Yeah,
high.
I agree. Clarence is reckless with his
They
mouth.
act like Chris was never a parent at all. They act like he wasn't a present dad at all. Like he's just really out here just this deadbeat, and
I'm
he's
saying
not.
he would have been took her to court. If he had any grounds to stand on, if he was a solid father and he was about his shit, trust me, Audrey, you know, a
They
solid,
do, but y'all don't
solid.
realize that they do have joint custody though. He is. The court does see him as a solid father. That's the
So
thing
then
though.
he should be able to be on the emergency contacts. He should be able to call the
I
school.
don't. I just don't like when moms pick and choose. Like, so he could be a dad when you want to go run off with Clarence, but now he can't be a dad because you and Clarence are this happy family. I don't like shit
No,
like
I
that.
don't think it's based off of that. I think everybody has to hold their own position. I can't be sitting here thinking about you constantly trying to hold your hand on being a daddy. At some point in time, you're gonna have to have some
But
type.
But
she
that's
could
not her
also talk to
issue
her.
though.
She could talk to her spouse and let her spouse know his place. Yeah, you support me. Yeah, you're my man. But don't act like his father don't exist. Don't keep jabbing at his father. Like, it's making it worse. That's why when people try to say, "Oh, he's defending Queen, he's protecting her," no, he's not. He's feeding his own ego
I don't know. I feel like for
and
me,
picking at Chris. Like, he's not doing that because he loves and cares about Queen and CJ. He's doing that for his own selfish reasons.
Hi,
Like,
Robin.
I don't see him as defending her because he's making everything worse. He's making everything more hostile. That's not
It
development.
is.
That's not
And
protecting.
then on top of it, Normandy, you gotta realize this was what Queen said in response to not Chris not being at the graduation. She said, "Here we go again. Chris can't leave Houston. He stated that plenty of times after I asked him to come to Atlanta. Also, he just got done calling me a miserable hoe. Um, we don't have an easygoing, cordial co-parent relationship after I tried to have one. So why the fuck would I invite him knowing he can't attend?" She never said he's not a good father. She never said he doesn't ask. She said, "Why the fuck would I invite him because he can't attend?" That's the fact. She also
So
was
if
dealing with a sick 2-year-old with a high fever. So why would I be thinking of anyone else? If we don't speak on the regular, I'm not thinking about calling nobody for a 20-minute graduation. Y'all kill me, bruh. That is what she said. So if you're like, I see what you're saying as far as he needs to get his shit together, but that's not her grievance. Her grievance is she feels like he's disrespectful, and then also, oh well, he can't leave Houston anyway, so he didn't need to be here. He didn't need to be
I don't have
notified.
again where I said you can't disrespect me and then try to dictate how I respond. If you calling me a hoe is Monday through Friday, we got a child's graduation on Saturday, and you expected me to come out and be like, "Oh, hey, Chris, we have a graduation." While you calling me a hoe Monday through Friday, I hope you calling that school along with that, finding out what this graduation information is, because you can't bite the hand that feeds you. You want me to give you grace? You want me to give you mercy while you're steadily downing me, disrespecting me, and I'm your child's mother. And while you get to fucking post videos of your OnlyFans, I'm here raising your son with Clarence.
No, oh hell no, Clarence ain't doing a motherfucking thing.
We
So
don't do that. We don't do that.
to be your receipt, let me show you. Earlier this month,
Audrey, I'm going
Clarence.
back in the chat.
Okay,
All right.
one second, y'all.
She's online.
I'm on the phone with TT. She hear you, Noah, Normandy.
Hey, baby, love you.
One second, y'all. Okay, I really don't feel like pulling this receipt, but basically, a couple weeks ago, um, Clarence was saying like, she don't want me to have my child, and she was like, "You get him 1 week out the month, that's good enough." Like, I see both sides of it, but I hate to keep talking about Chris because Chris ain't a part of the issue right now. It's the fact that we have 20 parts of drama going up on YouTube, and
I
Chris
feel
ain't said a word.
I feel like what's the mama's name? And Tina, they both need to stand down, and so does Clarence. I feel like everybody need to be held to the
But
same standard.
who's gonna stop first? Clarence should be the one to stop since he's so
I feel
much
like
mature.
the ones who brought it to the public to stop, because they the one who keeps bringing to the shit, and then want to be the one to make reaction videos off of somebody reacting because y'all brought it to the public. I feel like if y'all holding this boyfriend to such high standards, why the hell y'all not holding the mama the same way? That's my only thing. Like, why aren't y'all holding the mother and the sister on the same standards as y'all
So they
holding the?
got some valid points.
You said what?
I said because the sister has some valid points.
Valid or invalid, she should not take it publicly, especially if you know Queen is dealing with a reckless ass boyfriend.
True. Well,
And
y'all, we about to go finish playing the video because we're trying to see the receipts about the who bought the plane ticket for the T channel to leave.
all right, I don't know how to
Thank you
get off.
for joining my live. I'm about to kick you. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me pull back up the video because I'm trying to get through this. I was trying to see if anybody like on the shade room said anything. Yeah, Lee, I agree. Um, yeah. Okay, so Normandy has some good valid points. India has some good points. Trey did too. I like the discussion. It's a cool little thing because I see everybody's point in it. Like it could go so many ways. Like basically what Normandy is saying is it really stemmed from one different area, and that's the reason why they are, at this place now. Like, just the straw that broke the camel's back. But my issue is with this particular drama, I don't feel like Tina and the mama was wrong. But again, you can't tell nobody how to respond. But I just don't. I don't get the vibes that Clarence is defending Queen. I just don't. Not in this situation. Yes, Trey, we sound alike. Oh my God, my daddy be like, even though he got caller ID, it's so embarrassing. He be like, "Who's this?" Dude, look at the phone. My little sister sound like us too. Okay, so let's get back to this. Did anybody put stamp right? Did anybody let me look. Wait, Tina turns off the comments on her video, so it's not in there. But let me go check the T pages real quick on Instagram so we can see if they said anything because they usually be the one that posts the receipt. Yes, y'all, my day be like, who's this? Oh my God, ain't nobody posting it. I think people probably fed up, y'all. Mm. Anybody know Tina's Instagram? I don't know it. Well, let's get back to the video. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. This live going yay yay.
To find out you see the cat, you see the guy. Not that I know you guys have seen the cat. Cat just spills out. I'm saying you gotta let people talk. Just let themselves do.
So you're saying let people talk. You gotta let people talk. As if I'm hanging myself. Let her talk, and then she hangs herself. No. I'm talking because you keep saying stuff. And Queen keeps allowing you to say stuff. And you feel like you're entitled to say these things because nobody is telling you to stop. So all this talk, she let her hang herself and stuff like that. I'm not hanging nothing. I'm telling on you. And you keep speaking like you can run me off the internet. That's not going to happen.
Do whatever.
Y'all want me to run.
I'm literally talking so much. They literally talking so much.
I should say allegedly because that wasn't true. Watch him try to antagonize me in this video. I'm not falling for it. Watch.
I'm just like, how saying, what school does he go to? What's his teacher's name? What's the name of his best friend at school? He's been after 2 years. Chris, you know how much his tuition is? Take a guess. I know you don't know, but you're not nowhere near. You're not even involved. You know, you're talking about Chris at the first. But to answer your question, I think she's about to answer your question. Well, what we know, or what we knew, because Queen doesn't talk to us anymore. CJ didn't go to public school because it was a pandemic. He's homeschooled. That's what we know. CJ was homeschooled. His teacher name is Mr. Homesaya. Because I remember CJ too. Now let's not me. Let me put this aside. Now Tina, does this make sense? You find out that CJ graduated on social media, right? And he had a cabin down on, and there were other kids there. So if he was getting homeschooled, how the hell is he at a graduation with other kids?
I'm sorry. You can still graduate being homeschooled. You can still graduate being online schooled because the district, if you're homeschooled and there's a district, all those kids that's in that district that's virtually online school, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be at a classroom to graduate. But if it's a district, you can graduate from home. You just won't be able to participate in maybe pet rallies or homecomings, but that's older. But this just proves to me that your maturity level is kind of because you can still graduate from homeschool and virtual school. So please comment in my message request if I'm wrong, because in my city you can graduate from homeschool. So if I'm wrong, y'all let me know in my message request, not the comments. They'll be off.
Graduate from homeschool. But if you graduate at like right in my bucket,
oh my goodness.
That answer's wrong.
It's not wrong.
He's been going to school for 2 years. That answer's wrong.
Telling me how he would make fun of him. His teacher name is Mr. Homesaya.
And Mr. Homesaya is tutor.
Look at him trying to antagonize me. Tutor, teacher is the same thing. That's not making sense.
Exactly, Tina.
You have a tutor / teacher. Tutor, teacher. Look how he's trying to antagonize me. It's Homesaya. As long as I answer the question right, that I'm right at this point. But I'm going to skip all past this part because it's like you're trying to act like I don't know my nephew when it's things that you're trying to do to antagonize me because you know that you're there present in his life. Like, stop doing that, Clarence. You're trying to make everybody look at me as like I'm a little girl, but you're the boy at the.
Exactly. I so much agree with this part. He asked her those questions, right? And when she answered them, he low key got pissed and showed his slip, y'all. He's like, "It's on Sega. It's teacher." He could not literally, come to the fact that she was right. So he couldn't say, "Yeah, you're right, Tina." So he had to diminish her in another way, which is picking on her. She, I'm telling you, mm 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 I do not like this man.
This point, you're a boy. Tutor slash teacher, same thing.
So that answer's wrong too.
He's right.
But that makes no sense. If you graduate from homeschool, you're probably gonna have a graduation at home.
No,
Correct?
you won't. Incorrect. That was wrong. If you're gonna quiz me, please make sure you know what you know.
As far as we know, the name is Joe. Now, what kind of little kid name is Joe? First of all, his best friend name is Joking. That's more like family. That's our assistant slash babysitter's nephew. Like they call each other family and cousins.
Okay, that's not neither here or there. Queen said Joe. It was JoJo, but it's Joe. I said Joe because I don't want to put him in there, but you threw him in there. And regardless of what type of little kid name is Joe, see, this is how I know that you're immature because if Franklin, I'm gonna say Franklin, if Franklin is a little baby, that's still gonna be his name until he's an adult. So Franklin as an infant, Franklin as a toddler, Franklin as a kid, Franklin as a teenager, Franklin as an adult. But I could say the same thing because what type of name is Clarence? What type of name is Clarence? You were Clarence as a baby, Clarence as a toddler, Clarence as a kid, Clarence as a teen, Clarence now as an adult. But what type of name is Clarence? Clarence. Yo, shorty, my name Clarence. Oh my goodness, I'm crying. You should have said that. I've been waiting because it ain't like your name cute either.
JoJo doesn't go to the same school as CJ.
That's not what I was told.
That's another wrong answer. He always talks to me. His name's Joe.
Why do I have to be so invested, Clarence? Another reason why I know this relationship with my sister and my nephew is a business to you. Can't y'all see? Can y'all see this? How his vocabulary is money, invested, tuition. Look how. Y'all don't, man. It's just at this point, y'all make me look like I'm crazy, but I know I'm not.
What's the little mascot for the school?
No, the book bag and stuff. You know that. You there with 24/7. I'm not gonna play this 21 questions game with you. What mascot? What's his mascot? He was on my school class. Yes, he was. His bag is not important because everybody knows that you're around him.
Oh, the answer's wrong.
So now I'm being graded on my nephew. You got an F, Tina. You got an F. Now I'm being graded on my nephew. This still doesn't prove any point why I shouldn't be in his life. When I was there before you were. This doesn't prove any point at all. Like, you're trying to attack my self-esteem when it comes to my nephew. You're trying to belittle me like I'm a little girl. And I'm not. I see everything that you're doing. For one of CJ's fears are him being scared of the dark.
Oh, shit. You just made a fear of every kid in America.
I mean, when you ask Clarence, you ask what's his fear. I'm just letting you know. Not was you named every kid in America. Well, you shouldn't have asked if you know he had the age to be scared.
Every fear from every kid in America right now. That's his age.
Scared of losing connection to his daddy. He's scared of losing connection to his nanny. But you knew that. That's why he's around your family.
So F his mom, right? Like, so he's not scared. Yeah, he's not scared of losing his mom, but he's specifically is scared of losing it.
Let me pause here, y'all. Sorry, but do y'all see that y'all see how he's talking to her? He asked her these questions. She answered them. And then he comes back and he tries to nitpick at everything she says. In my opinion, he does this all too well. And that lets me know, or I have a feeling that he is doing this to Queen because none of her answers were good enough. He cannot say, he can't admit that she's right. So he keeps trying to find any escape. Why would you ask her a question and then say, his name is JoJo? What kid's name is Joe? When Joe is still a part of JoJo. So you knew she was on the lines of the right name, right? Then when she said all the things that he was scared of, oh, so he's not afraid of losing his mom. This is abuse. He is a narcissist. Like he's a narcissist. Clarence, we're gonna call him Clarence, is stupid. Oh, Lee got a good point. Yep, hey Nicole, we see it in the vlogs, but it's not in a serious matter. Yeah, they all the fans always are saying, "Oh, he's just joking with her." No, exactly, Jamitra. What 5-year-old is thinking? I would never want to lose my mom. You knew when you asked what was his fears. You knew that that they're going to be things like, "Oh, the boogeyman." He is emotionally abusive, and Tina is calling him out. She is laying that ass out, and I like it. I like it. I like it. And people can keep saying that she's talking about Queen, but this whole video, she ain't said shit about Queen. She is literally letting Clarence see how he looks. He cannot admit that she was right.
Look at him. Of course, he's not scared of losing connection to his mom because she is around him 24/7. The ones that used to be around isn't around no more. So all that trying to be too deep and strategic and try to use reverse psychology, only the fans fall for that, not me. You really don't like him like that, Clarence? What Queen just called us 2 months prior back. He was sitting in the middle of the hallway crying. He was in the restroom or something.
Oh my God. How old is she? No one's safe around. How are you telling this boy's business?
So why you yelling at him, Clarence? Are you going to answer my question before I unpause you? Why you yell at him? You're trying to you're trying to make it look like I'm exposing my nephew. Nobody's safe around this girl. No, nobody's safe around you. Why you yell at him and tell him to go back to bed? And you can't say that I'm lying. No, that was told by Queen. It's a lot of things that you get on here and you think you have the balls to say. And the stuff that I'm saying and been saying in these videos, Queen was telling us. Just how Queen said, you got all this equipment. Because when Queen comes back home, she's comfortable. She's in her comfort zone when she used to come back home. So she would tell us things how she bought you this camera equipment, this reaction equipment, and you barely use it. She's, I'm just tired of people being lazy. I was like, who are you talking about? When you talking about us? She said, no, I'm just talking about people need to get jobs or something. She was talking about you. She's fed up, Clarence. She is fed up, and she has to suck it up because you impregnated her to have her stuck so you can keep taking her money. And then you want to blame it on my nephew. I love my nephew. I do. But he was not brought out of love, Clarence. You didn't bring him out of love. You brought him so you could have a entitlement to say that I have right to her money because she has my son. Because it was just y'all was just boyfriend and girlfriend. You really didn't have no entitlement there. So you linked and had a baby with her so you can say that you have this entitlement. Like the things that you're doing, it really does not make sense at this point. It really doesn't. And also, he's going to grow up and see that you're talking about his dad. He's going to grow up and see that. So stop making it look like he's not going to grow up and see what you're doing. He's going to grow up and see that you're talking about his dad, belittling his dad, belittling his family, his support system. He's going to grow up and see this. CJ is a YouTube kid. He's always been on YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't see stuff now. Because when we was at the medicine video premiere, when we was sitting there, that lookalike that was tied up in the chair, he knew that was a lookalike of his dad. I had to bring him out the medicine video premiere and try to make it look. He said, Daddy, kids know. He's seen that. So stop being biased. Because he was depressed. And you yelled at him and told him to go back to bed.
That is cap. And he's never depressed.
How would you know that?
He's just scared. There's a reason why he was scared. He's doing a lot better now, but there was a reason.
How do you know that?
And there's only one person you can ask why he's like that. Y'all know who?
Look at him trying to put the blame on Chris. When there's actually videos out there that when he would leave Chris' house, he would be upset. He would cry. Look how you're trying to belittle Chris, and he hasn't said nothing not once. Look how you're trying to belittle his fatherhood. Like, go back to videos. The receipts are in the videos how CJ interacts with his dad. I mean, I'm not going to keep getting on here and saying this type of stuff when there's already receipts out there. So for the people that show me the receipt, I didn't think I needed receipts on my own family, on my own family's business. I didn't think that I needed receipts, but maybe y'all right. Maybe I should start having receipts at this point. Maybe y'all right. But this video's out there. If a person is scared or upset or don't like the parent, it's going to show. It is going to show. So for you to say that he's scared, he was scared, and not, he's doing a lot better now, you don't know that, Clarence. I look at the videos that y'all be trying to do and put CJ in it, and I know how CJ is. It's a difference when CJ is with us. It's a difference when CJ is with his dad, and it's a difference when CJ is with y'all. I'm not saying that at some points he isn't happy, but he's questioning. He's wondering why isn't he around the people he loved. That Mother's Day picnic that you did was trash. Y'all was around some grass and some trees. You think he was happy? He looked bored. I know a happy kid when I see one. I've been around several of kids. Your nieces and your nephews are the closest things to you actually having a kid. So of course I'm going to pay attention and look and see what is wrong with him. It's sad to say I would do the same thing with Legend, but I don't have a bond with him. And that's okay. I'm not going to sit up here and cry about that. That's how you want it to be. That's your son. So that's understandable. That's your kid. That's my nephew, but that's your kid. So stop trying to you cannot do this with CJ. That is not your child. That's not your son. That's not your business.
It's the only person y'all need to be asking why he's like that. He's doing a lot better now.
Trying to take father rights away.
If you wasn't around, why do you feel like you know everything, but you don't know everything? You know what I'm saying? Like she's almost saying, you guys separated her and took her.
The things that I'm being told by Queen, that's how I know everything. But you don't have to know everything to not be around the person. You could be around the person that you used to be around, and then things are being told to you, and then I know everything. You can still be around the person and not be around them anymore. But that's not here or there.
I'm exposing you guys because I know everything. Like, what? It doesn't make sense.
Lucky I was there.
That's what I do. Right now.
At this point, it's soft. It's soft. All these questions that you're asking, and by me, what I'm exposing and what I'm telling y'all ain't nothing but straight facts. Things that I've known. While y'all saying, oh, this is just, you're lying at this point, you're capping. I've been wanting to say the things on here that I'm saying now, but it wasn't at that time. You know, it wasn't a lot that was being thrown out there. There were still shots that was being thrown, but when you brought my mom into it, that's what made me respond. She hasn't said
She's
anything to you.
19,
She
Misha.
constantly kept apologizing, which I don't know why. She didn't do anything to you, but she still apologized. CJ's graduation was the last straw. We're never around for his birthday parties. Never. But y'all are. Y'all around. And then you try to react to this video and say, who wants to go to a kid party trying to antagonize? No, that's my nephew. I was there for the baby shower. I was there his first birthday. It's like everything you try to take away from me, and that's still my nephew. I'm still not going to let go of being his bond. I don't care how many years y'all try to take away from me not seeing him. That's still my nephew, and the love will never change. The bond will never change. Never. That's why every single time that he leaves, I give him something. I'll give him something because I know I'm not going to see him for a while. I give him things to take back. It's almost like a remember me type gift. It shouldn't be that. But it is. All because you stepped in the picture. Things has been different. Psychology. Because you know that there's been a lack of communication there. You know that. Because that's what you do. You're an emotional abuser. You took Queen away from her family and her friends to weaken her support system.
Let me stop it there. For all the Queen Niger fans, you guys can comment this because you guys can probably answer this. And tell me if you agree with me or not. Queen has the most support that she's ever had.
Oh, wow. Let me pause it right there. If I used to stay, and this is, I'm putting myself in your shoes. I'm just gonna say it. If I used to stay in New York with my mother in a basement, I would try to make sure she has the best support because I meet a rich girl. I will make sure she has the best support system too. If I want the money. Because this is how I know Clarence is still a little boy, and now you're a little boy in designer clothing. Because when Queen first met you, you were in the basement with at your mom's house. You were still living with your mom. And the age that you were, you would think that you would have your own house, to at least to the point that we could say, okay, well, he had his own things. You were still staying in the basement with your mom, and then you went to the next female, piggybacked off her, and then want to talk about her family. Talk about how much of a pain that we are, and she has the best support system. So knock out my mom's supporting then too, huh? My mom is the one that embraced her. That's like somebody planting this beautiful flower, and then once it's already planted and rooted, you try this my flower, this mine's, and then come and pluck it. You weren't there when she was at American Idol. You weren't there when she was at The Voice. You weren't there when my mom was instilling her to be the most beautiful girl that she can be, to be strong. You was not there. You weren't there at her middle school talent shows. You weren't there at her elementary talent shows. You weren't there at her high school talent shows. You weren't there at her graduation. You weren't there. So how could you say that? It's like basically a slap in the face to my mom. It's been a slap in my face, and Queen allows you. That's why I have no respect for her, because the things that she allows you to say. You're the only one that feels entitled. Nobody feels entitled. Nobody is using that word, but you. You're the only one who feels invested. You're the only one who feels entitled. Nobody but you. It was never about money to us. Never. Queen was the only one that was. She basically took trash off the Bronx streets. Basically, that's what she did. She took trash off the Bronx streets and put it in her life, and now it's stinking. When you bring up trash, it stinks. Now it's stinking. And we smelt the trash, and then you want to say it's us. No, you stink. No, it's you. That's why you don't want us around. We see through you. We know you.
And everybody that you're saying is still around. We're cool. We're family. Perfect lives. I'm pretty sure she comes out here and stop by. Like family.
You may look at them like family, but you talk about them when they leave. I'm not going to say Jazz, but I'm going to say Armand and Trey. You talked about Armand and Trey. You and Lee talked about Armand and Trey before Queen signed. Queen was going to do a project with them, and Lee stopped it. She said no. She said, no, I want to wait until Queen signed, because Armand and Trey, they signed to the Warner Brothers, but they're not going to get nowhere. They're not going to take off how Queen is going to take off. Y'all talked about Armand and Trey. When Armand and Trey was at that loft, that penthouse that y'all was living in, Armand and Trey was there. They left some trash on the counter. As soon as Armand and Trey left, you yelled at Queen. You yelled at her. And you said, why did you let your friends come and mess up? They just messed up our house. And then you're pregnant and you got to clean it up. God is my witness, you said those words, Clarence. You talked about them. You and your sister. You talked about Armand and Trey. And of course, notice how her friends is around, but her family isn't. It's because they don't see through you how we see through you. That's why we're not around. So don't try to make it look like I don't know what I'm talking about. You talked about them. You ran Armand and Trey down constantly. And I should have known then. I should have known then the way that you talked about them and talked them down so much. I already know that Queen wasn't going to say nothing. I should have known that she ain't going to say nothing through this. Through how you talk about her family, if you talk about her day one friends that been there since the Red Couch days. I should have known.
Everybody that was around is still around. Chris, those are the only.
Yeah, notice how he said except you guys. But that shouldn't have been your choice to make. That should have not been your decision to make. It wasn't. It was not your decision. It still isn't. But at this point, if she likes it, I love it at this point. It is what it is. The feelings are mutual. Y'all taking her money, bro. Y'all want to act like y'all so invested. Y'all taking this girl money behind her back. I'm not dumb.
I'm in your situation. I don't know the teachers. I got the number. I want my email added so I can also know what he's doing, how's the progress, the same thing. You don't care about that stuff. I do. It's important that he grows up and has an education.
Well, dating narcissists like you, Clarence, nobody would know anything. I don't even think that you would let it. You didn't know if it was a baby shower. But since you're so big on the baby shower. It was a scenario. Here you go trying to be too deep. Oh, I wouldn't want to know, honey. Listen, that's what you're not understanding. The feelings is mutual. I wouldn't want to know if you had another baby. I wouldn't want to know. The feelings are very mutual. Very.
Is that what she meant?
Since you're so big on education. No, it was a scenario. Why did you pay for legend to come in this earth?
First of all, what does that have to do with education?
What does invested in tuition have to do with my nephew? Why did you pay for legend to come in this? Didn't know if it was a baby shower. But since you're so big on tuition, since you're so big on education, why did you pay for legend to come in this earth? The OBGYN bills came to our house. What you pay for him to be born?
Okay. So now let me break down financial literacy for Tina, because one, she doesn't own a car. Two, she doesn't have, this financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? No one has taught her. But let me teach you. The reason why you
Y'all peep how he just said, let me break down financial literacy. No one has taught her. She doesn't own a car. Y'all, basically, y'all know who he was referring to as no one has taught her. That is another diss to Queen's mama because he feels the same way about Queen, even though his ass was in a basement and he didn't own a car either. And his mama's bathroom was raggedy, so he had to steal $10,000 from Queen to get that bathroom fixed. I can't take it. I can't. I can't. He is such a narc. He is a narc. He don't have no comebacks. Talking about some let me teach her financial literacy. Do you know financial literacy? Because you are older than all of them and you was in a basement. Y'all, he was so thirsty for that G Wagon. He was in that mother every day. I'll go to the store. I'll do this. Like, he's so fake. I cannot. I cannot. And he low key shades them since no one taught you.
I can't wait. Let me explain.
A joint card would not say two names. No credit card will say two names. It's your name or company name. That's it. I say this. No, a joint card is for bills, kids, travel, and whatever else has to do with the family. That card is not used for personal belongings. It's not used for trips. It's not used for NBA YoungBoy merch. It's not used for runners. It's not used for that. So that's why.
Thank you. You brought up the Balenciaga runners. Yep. I wanted to get there. Okay. You're right. You're right about the situation with a joint card. It's not going to say both names. You're absolutely right about that point. I got to give you props on that. But what I'm not going to give you props on, that was not a joint card because it was said by Queen. Queen said that. Queen told us that that was not a joint card. She has a YouTube card and she has a card. And it was not your name on it. And it's not a joint card because Queen told us that. And then you made it look like, let me break this down. Since you want to talk about financial literacy, let me break this down, Clarence, because the $600 worth of dominoes, the way you put that, you made us look like greedy slobs and made it look like that it happened in one day. That situation was 2 years ago that had happened. That was 2 years ago. And it happened over 6 months prior, over a time from ordering pizza because CJ was there and you were in New York. My sister was putting you on at the time. But let me bring up the Balenciagas and the Delta flight. That was not me. That was you. Go back to that tell-all book. That's why you got the heat off of you and put it on Chris about the jeans. That was you. You went to that girl's doorstep. Y'all dropped her off some shoes. But notice how that Delta flight, that got cleared up behind camera. Queen known that that was not me, but she never once dressed that publicly. So, yes, I did take Never Broke Again. But the Balenciaga runners, the Delta flight, that was not me. That was you. But it's funny how when that flight got purchased, it's funny how Leslie ended up at the BET Awards. It's very funny. But you put that on me. I can always get on here and I can always be honest with y'all. I can always be honest in the past by the things that I have done, whether it was stealing. I was always honest with y'all. And I'm going to be honest again. Yes, I did take Never Broke Again. Yes, I did. The situation that happened with my ex. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I can always be honest, but you can't. You took those Balenciagas. You want to know how I know that you took them? Because my sister gave me the size. I said, what size were they, Queen? And she tried to blame it on my ex at the time and said that my ex swiped them. I said, no, she didn't, Queen. What size are they? She said a woman's a 6. She's not even a size 6. She's a size 7. She's a 7. My ex wears a size 7. So those Balenciaga runners, that was on you. And now you really have some explaining to do. You do. Because that Delta flight, I was 17 at the time. I didn't even have an ID. You have to have an ID to purchase a flight. But you have some explaining to do with Queen. Because, yeah, I did the Never Broke Again. But that $600 worth of dominoes, you made it look like this was all purchased in one order to cover up the tracks. That you purchased that Delta flight and you got those Balenciaga runners. And you didn't think that Queen would notice. You constantly... Y'all take it from her. I'm sorry, I don't care what y'all say. Some of y'all say, use a legend, use a legend. The proof is all in the pudding. You really explain it. When you had said that, prior, I really wanted to get on there and say that at the time. But it made me, I was always the fallout girl. You always looked at me as damaged goods. You know how to purchase that Delta flight or those Balenciagas. That was you. It was in that book too, by the way. That's what I'm saying. You lied. You made us look like we were greedy. Talk about $600.
Wait. Y'all. Y'all know we ain't skipping over this. I watched this motherfucking video and they ain't talking about the flight we talking about. I'm thinking she was about to address the Sunny shit. She done spilled all the tea. The flight she talking about was a flight for Leslie, the ex. Ah, baby, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my God. Let me run it back. Hold on. Y'all, this is gonna be some tea that they gonna skip over. He's not gonna admit that. Baby, this too much. This is too much. Y'all. Y'all. They, bro, she didn't spill some tea because in the other video, she wasn't really spilling nothing. She was just more so like, really, Clarence? Can you explain this? Can you explain this? This one, she was like, motherfucker, what about this? So everybody keeps talking about this Ayanla Fix My Life, but I thought Ayanla show got canceled. And Tina put up a video yesterday that said that Ayanla contacted Lee, which is Queen's manager, six or maybe last year, and Lee didn't tell them till 6 months after. And Queen asked her mom if she wanted to do it, and Queen's mom was like, yes. And she was like, really? Let me run it back, y'all. Hold on.
Ice wears a size 7. So those...
Hold on, y'all. She was ranting.
Queen said that. Queen told us that that was not the joint card. She has a YouTube card and she has a card. And it was not your name on it, and it's not a joint card because Queen told us that. And then you made it look like, let me break this down. Since you want to talk about financial literacy, let me break this down, Clarence, because the $600 worth of dominoes, the way you put that, you made us look like greedy slobs and made it look like that it happened in one day. That situation was 2 years ago that had happened. That was 2 years ago. And it happened over 6 months prior, over a time from ordering pizza because CJ was there and you were in New York. My sister was putting you on at the time. But let me bring up the Balenciagas and the Delta flight. That was not me. That was you. Go back to that tell-all book. That's why you got the heat off of you and put it on Chris about the jeans. That was you. You went to that girl doorstep. Y'all dropped her off some shoes. But notice how that Delta flight, that got cleared up behind camera. Queen known that that was not me, but she never once dressed that publicly. So, yes, I did take Never Broke Again. But the Balenciaga runners, the Delta flight, that was not me. That was you. But it's funny how when that flight got purchased, it's funny how Leslie ended up at the BET Awards. It's very funny. But you put that on me. I can always get on here and I can always be honest with y'all. I can always be honest in the past by the things that I have done, whether it was stealing. I was always honest with y'all. And I'm going to be honest again. Yes, I did take Never Broke Again. Yes, I did. The situation that happened with my ex. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I can always be honest, but you can't. You took those Balenciagas. You want to know how I know that you took them? Because my sister gave me the size. I said, what size were they, Queen? And she tried to blame it on my ex at the time and said that my ex swiped them. I said, no, she didn't, Queen. What size are they? She said, a woman's a 6. She's not even a size 6. She's a size 7. She's a 7. My ex wears a size 7. So those Balenciagas runners, that was on you. And now you really have some explaining to do. You do. Because that Delta flight, I was 17 at the time. I didn't even have an ID. You have to have an ID to purchase a flight. But you have some explaining to do with Queen. Because, yeah, I did the Never Broke Again. But that $600 worth of Domino's, you made it look like this was all purchased in one order to cover up the tracks. That you purchased that Delta flight and you got those Balenciaga runners. And you didn't think that Queen would notice. You constantly... Y'all taking from her. I'm sorry, I don't care what y'all say. Some of y'all say you was a legend, you was the proof is all in the pudding. You really explain it. When you had said that prior, I really wanted to get on there and say that at the time. But it made me, I was always the fallout girl. You always looked at me as damaged goods. You know how to purchase that Delta flight or those Balenciagas. That was you. It was in that book too, by the way. That's what I'm saying. You lied. You made us look like we were greedy. Talk about $600 worth of Domino's when Queen gave us her card number. That situation was 2 years prior. And it happened months. Not in one day. You made us look like we were greedy because of our weight. You predicated it on that.
If caught our attention, it's used for important things only, showing things, the cars that we have outside, the house that we live in, hospital bills, emergency room bills, all of those things come out of that car. So that's why you didn't think you stole from me. And that's how we caught you in the line. When you said, oh yeah, I stole from to teach you a lesson. Oh, you didn't know that was my car.
It's not your car. Queen said that.
We stole from you. And so now let me break that down.
I intentionally stole from Queen, then I stole from you.
Why?
See?
Like, why I just told you all that. A bill coming to your house doesn't mean that I didn't have any I didn't pay. You know what I'm saying? Queen was the one in the hospital, so it's gonna say Queen. It's like I can't say my name. I'm not the one in the hospital team.
You're absolutely right about that. You're true. I gotta give you props again. But what I'm not about to give you props for again, that when that OBGYN bill came and the Rolex bill came at the same time. They came at the same time. And your name was on the Rolex bill. Your name wasn't on the OBGYN. Queen even said that you didn't pay for Legend to Be Born. She even said it. Why are you talking about she's so confident? She's so confident. I'm very confident because I'm telling the truth. I'm very confident because I can always get on here and admit that I'm wrong. But I am not wrong about these past videos that I've been saying. I'm not wrong about this situation. So all of this to make me look like I'm lying, of course you strategized through this video because it's all the trick. It's all the trick to make me look like I'm a little girl and I don't know financial literacy and all this and that. All these big vocabulary words all got to do with money. That's all you're about. Money is really the root of all evil. I can see it with you. You're one prime example. But the fact that y'all can stoop so low and pay people to bash us says a lot. Says a lot. I didn't think that it would be that deep. I didn't think that it would be that deep to where y'all have to pay somebody to bash us. How many of y'all T channels or reaction channels was paid? I'm just asking a question. I really want to know. Because there's so many people that be talking bad about our family that act like they was there. So, DM me if y'all been paid. Because all of this that you're trying to make it seem, you did not pay for him to be born. Yes, she was in the hospital. Of course, you're right about that. But when those bills came, one was your name on it, with the card ending such and such, and then it was her name on it with the card ending such and such. They didn't show the whole card number. It just showed the 4 digits. You did not pay for him to be born. You weren't bawling like that at the time. She paid for him to be born.
It's like when Steve has to go to the hospital or to the doctor, the bill doesn't go to Chris' house. You know what I'm saying? It goes to where he lives, which is our house.
But the bills came to our house.
Your house doesn't mean I didn't pay. Like, that's just silly.
You didn't pay, Clarence. I wouldn't be on here so adamant if he didn't.
Like this little narrative that you're saying, like, you know I got it to you. Out of everybody. You know.
Where you get it from, Clarence? My sister. You know, notice that you dropped your little 45 brand. Notice that he hasn't been doing shirts or hoodies anymore. That was all up front. You look at my sister as this big bank. You know, now you know why I got it like that. Yeah. That's easy for you to say. You're constantly taking her money. Constantly. It's gonna all come out eventually, sooner or later. I'm not gonna be on here acting like I'm so adamant and so confident if it wasn't true. Do y'all want to say, how do y'all know? I mean, how does she know? I'm the sister. Y'all want to believe everything that's going on in T pages, but then when I tell y'all something, y'all don't believe me. Then y'all run to the T pages and believe what they saying. I'm about to put the T pages out of business about all the stories that y'all was wrong at previously in the past. I'm finna put y'all out of business. Y'all always looking. This is the real tea right here, but y'all go to the tea pages. Basically, it's like y'all going to the store to grab some tea when the tea already is in the pot. It's in the kettle. It just don't make no sense. You did it. You paid for a $15,000 Rolex.
Rolex was 19,000.
It was 15,000, and Queen did not buy you that Rolex. You did.
My AP's 45 bands.
Queen's 45 bands.
Yeah, I paid that. Yeah, 45.
Once with bills and mail come to our house because it was out there. Did she pay for your brother's funeral too, Clarence?
I seen people were telling me that that's what's going on. And all I'm gonna say, and all I'm not gonna.
It was waiting to get to this part.
I'm gonna address it for the sake of my family. I know some people are upset. And all I'm gonna end it with is if you keep, and this goes for anybody. You know what I'm saying? If you keep paying certain things, there's only a certain I'm not gonna be able to keep people off you guys for so long. And when I say people, I mean my family. And you're talking about too, you're talking about it like my brother was a gangster. So my brother don't really even play like that. Never play with niggas like that. And there's a lot of family that I'm not gonna get that.
Okay.
Just know
Wait, what you gonna say?
I'm not gonna be able to keep people off y'all for too long.
Listen. Vice versa. But you see how you get hurt and upset when somebody talk about your family? You see how it hurts you and how it stings? How you think I feel? You don't get a pass. You do not. Dead or not. Stop talking about my family. Guns and butter, baby. You act like they stopped making gangsters when they made yours. You act like they stopped making family when they made yours. Yeah, I know it looked like we out here dangling. We out here lacking. Come find out, though. All this, I cannot put my family off this long. Then stop talking about my family and I won't bring up yours. She did pay for your brother's funeral. All that gangster. See, man, we don't even use that word over here. It's hitters. So they ain't stopped making hitters when they made yours. Guns and butter. That's all I'm going to say. Stay tuned for part 8.
Boom. Okay, so she about to have a part 365. My God. That's the part I was telling y'all about. That all she said, Brittany, she wasn't speaking on family. She said, why do y'all care what Queen does for my family when I'm sure she paid for your brother's funeral? Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Um, but yeah, here we are at part 8. Goddamn, this is crazy. Oh, yeah, Lee, that's the thing though. She said, did Queen pay for the funeral? And his response was, my brother was a gangster. I can't keep people off for long. How was that the answer? Did Queen pay for the funeral or not? I ain't got time for it. Yeah, Demetra, that wasn't talking about a dead family member. She asked a question. Whew, yes, y'all. This was really fun. My stomach is eating my back. I'm already skinny. So y'all better get y'all thoughts out now. Y'all can call in. If not, we're gonna end it here. I'm mad because I thought I was gonna get some other tea, but now I just know that she's about to have part 8. So that means Clarence is gonna be on part 4 of the never ending saga. This wild. This is wild. Whew. She really did. She dropped the mic on him. Oh, in the video, Nicole, he said he was paid. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, he paid for a child. Clarence paid for with the joint credit card um for emergencies. I'm freaking weak. Yes, y'all. Go ahead and like the live on y'all way out. Mama Deuce, you're gonna have to run the playback because I'm so hungry I can't repeat it. But like the live on y'all way out, since y'all do like this format, we just gonna have to keep doing this more often. But thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if y'all haven't already, and I will talk to y'all later.